Gear Mondays, the greatest Metal Gear podcast ever.
I don't agree with you.
Releasing on Monday, every Monday.
How did you patch into my radio frequency?
Stinks in here. Bad.
Ladies, gearsmen, babies, and gentlethems, you're listening to Metal Gear Mondays, a all-inclusive, comprehensive Metal Gear podcast covering all things Hideo Kojima, Death Stranding, and Metal Gear from top to bottom, left to right, inside and out. As always, sometimes never, LOL, JK. I'm your host, Alessio Summerfield, and this week I'm joined by Nick Freda.
Hello.
Chad Betteridge.
Do we think Vulcan is a selfish top?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I thought so.
100%.
And Liliana Wright.
That's right, everybody. It's me, Girl Gamer Liliana Wright, and I'm here to tell you, and I promise it's going to circle back to being about the game eventually. But I got to talk about what's on my mind as premium, preeminent Girl Gamer. It's December, baby, and that means that it's Game of the Year time. So I'm thinking about my picks. I'm thinking about the games I've played. I'm thinking about all these things. Alessio, we've got front runners. You know, you really fell into Expedition 33 this year, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, as did we all.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It was pretty good. You're feeling that. That could be a contender. Chad, I think you started playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, didn't you?
I'm 2 hours in because, the first message I sent you about it is just this a vocal stim nightmare because I can't stop singing the song of everybody I meet.
Pashanka, you know what I'm saying? And that could be that's also big contender. Nick, have you ever played Hades? Because
I love the first one. I have not played the second one, and I am very excited to play that one, though. It's at the top of like my backlog list right now.
Very cool. Hades nuts feel good to you, or?
Was that why you did the whole thing? Is it the whole thing was just for that? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's great.
That was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, Lily.
All right.
Well done.
That was very good. Lily off mic was like, "Hey, Alessio, can I do a thing?" And I'm like, "When do you want to do it?" And she's like, "I don't know. Just cue me up last. We'll see what happens."
All right.
So that's the thing. Nice. Well, this week we are going to be covering all of the final scraps, all of the bonuses, the secrets, the Easter eggs, the unlocks, the separate game modes, everything that is left to pick clean from the bones of Metal Gear Solid Delta. The reason why Nick and Chad are here is because we had a little host inside baseball multiplayer session the other night, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to talk about that. Unfortunately, James could not join us due to some personal reasons tonight. So he will be with us to introduce our live episode, which will be the last episode of the season. And then James will also be taking part in the Patriot Club, Patreon only episode, where we're all this episode going to take an autism test live on air. Which should be fun. So if you want to hear that, pay $5 a month, patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays. If you want to see that, pay $10 a month. $1 a month gets you access to the Discord. All tiers get access to every Patreon post we have ever uploaded pre-2025. So you get like 64, 65 Patriot Club episodes, even if you pay $1. And some Let's Plays, all kinds of random shit from 8 years or something, 9 years of doing the show at that point. But Anyway, I feel like I'm being tested professionally right now, so let's keep.
Lily's score is through the roof.
I know.
If you're watching the $10 feed,
Yeah, Lily's been dying.
Struggling
Also,
the entire time, and every time I turn around, I look at Nick, I just start laughing again.
I will say
Nick has that effect on me as well.
I will say Hades 2 nuts would have also worked pretty well.
But, yeah.
Hey, these two nuts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, nice. I appreciate you being a trooper with that, Lily, and letting me slam through.
Yeah, if you want to see that whole escapade, $10 a month at Metal Gear or patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays will get you there.
Yeah. Random sidebar, I need to do my end of the bargain to do some testing. We are going to be introducing a secondary video element to the $10 tier. I think we'll reveal what that is at the top of our last episode of the year. So at the top of the live episode, we will reveal what that is, and that will also be a $10 tier thing in 2026. Yeah. So cannot believe I'm saying that. And that it's fucking December already.
I hate that a lot.
Time's fucking fake.
My daughter's going to be turning 2 in 16 days.
Wow.
I feel like I literally was just at the hospital. So, pretty crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead.
It sounds like these remind me of the Will Smith song, Just the Two of Us.
Mm-hmm. Lighters up. You got any lighters?
I really wish that I could just use that as the transition music into the rest of the episode.
Yeah, that would be.
You can on the Patreon version only, and that's what people are paying for.
Yeah, I feel like Patreon low key does not give a flying fuck what you
There's
go
no
for.
shot they do. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, here is the episode starting now. Nice. Well, so one of the things we didn't talk about that I actually wanted to bring up here at the top, especially since we've got additional voices, in terms of remakes, I feel like we really haven't. I don't think we've ever had a remake to discuss on this show before.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
really
technically
like
Twin Snakes, but like we didn't really give it. It's
yeah, that was just kind of like,
yeah,
like no offense to us, but that was kind of like a half-assed thing.
Well, and I don't think remakes were as prevalent when Twin Snakes came out.
No.
Like, it was really rare. I think Resident Evil 0 was one, and like Twin Snakes, and there wasn't a whole lot of like.
Yeah, you mean Resident Evil self-titled?
Resident Evil.
Before we get an angry emo, yeah.
Not the train one.
Also, like the insistence on these remakes being made for the GameCube almost exclusively.
Yeah,
what's going on there? Yeah, that is kind of strange.
Huh.
Tech limitations, I guess.
Well, and they were titles that were like more adults, so I feel like they were trying to like establish, hey, no, we're not a kids system, even though the GameCube looks the most toy-like of all of the systems.
Yeah, out of everything they've made.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't want to necessarily camp out too terribly long, but I know, Chad, you just recently beat the original MGS3, PS2 one. I don't know. I guess my number one question was like, do you guys feel like the remake like captured the spirit of the original? Like, did this need to exist?
I think that it's cool that it exists. I think we asked Paul this question on our interview with him. You can check out the last episode to hear that. We asked him how he felt about like 21 years later, this game that, you know, was extremely popular now being relevant for a new generation of people. And he said that he thought it was really cool. And I do too. Like, I don't know if it necessarily needed to be done, but I think is like a proof of concept for what like that team can do in that engine for something else. I think maybe as like a prove it that they can actually like make a thing, I think is a good thing. I thought that it was really great as far as like capturing the spirit of Snake Eater. I think the cutscenes were excellent. I thought that like it translated very well. I think gameplay wise, it was fun, but it has a similar problem to Twin Snakes where it does kind of like trivialize the challenge of like the limitations of the original a little bit.
I do feel like they like at least made the bosses more challenging in ways to try to balance some of that, and like of course like the tranquilizer dart droppage and things like that. But
also, like I've noticed when you're aiming from the hip, sometimes you're just totally occluded from seeing certain things unless you switch to first person. Like I noticed that they were just like massive blind spots sometimes, which was kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if that was like a design decision or like a weird byproduct of the camera angle, but
yeah, I'm not sure. And like I think they did account for it way better for sure, but I think like adding the crouch walk is such a quality of life feature. Yeah, but like, man, does it make it a decent amount easier to deal with stuff?
Right. Nick, I found out there is no drop off, by the way, if you play in legacy mode.
Oh, that's interesting. That's
interesting.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go back to legacy mode just to see the old camera angles. Like that's really interesting to me because that's all very stylized and very intentional about where the camera is, and supposedly makes it way more cinematic.
It's weird that the legacy mode they chose to do the OG and not subsistence.
Yeah.
But I guess it would be too similar. I was just very surprised because like I had been playing with the legacy like visual filter, and I thought that was enough to trigger like the differences, but apparently like just straight up choosing legacy controls will like change the camera angle, change the tranquilizer, and then it even changes the intro cinematic to the original one.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Did any of you play without the color filter? Did you just like do the straight up one, or did you all switch over to the legacy style?
I wound up playing it straight up. Yeah,
I played it too long in the straight up to go to the other one. Like later on, I think like maybe like an hour in, I was like, I'm going to switch over and see what this looks like. And then I had just gotten too used to playing it.
Yeah.
What was like what the developers set as the default.
Yeah. I just think it looked too blue. Like for like half an hour, I just like switched back and forth between them, and it just looked a little weird to me. But I don't know. Might have also been my TV.
I do want to hear from Chad about this because like you haven't played like Delta proper yet, but you have, and we're going to talk about like the mode later. But you have played Snake versus Monkey, so you have seen the mechanics of it.
Yep.
And then also having beat 3, like how did it compare to you just having that kind of like limited taste of it?
Yeah, the reason that I asked the question about the color grading is that I was curious whether or not, because the way that it looks originally in the version from 20 plus years ago is that it looks like a movie from the era, right? It looks like a Cold War era movie. And then I thought from what I had seen, obviously playing Fox Hunt and then playing Snake versus Monkeys, is that some of that characterization kind of got stripped away. I wasn't getting that. Now, obviously, that'd be different if I was playing with the legacy filter on. So there's that. But oh my God, especially with Snake versus Monkeys, the control scheme is so much easier. It handles like a dream compared to the way that it did 20 years ago. I don't know how that might compare because I did play on the HD collection that's on Steam. So I didn't play with the PS2 controls, which I think still had the button press,
the pressure
control scheme, right? Yeah, the pressure sensitive. I still haven't experienced that, so I'm curious to see. I'll probably do PS2 for MGS2 when I play that for the next couple of episodes of the show and see.
I always thought I always thought the pressure sensitivity was just the shoulders, but I was watching some tests the other day. It's every fucking button.
It's the face buttons too. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Really? Oh,
it's crazy. I will say playing MGS2 on the Xbox, which not only has no pressure sensitivity, but doesn't have 2 shoulder buttons on each side. It's just got the one trigger on each side. It's weird as fuck. It's going to be an interesting season next season when we cover it because like you have to use the black and the white button that are like tucked to the left of the left joystick to do like certain things. No, you use them for different things, but like for the leaning from side to side in first person, you have to use those. It sucks.
You got to be claw gripping that thing because it's already like a really convoluted control scheme, and that just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking weird that Substance released on the Xbox first.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So
yeah.
I mean, I got an S controller, so it's not the Duke, but if you played that on the Duke, fucking praise be to Evan on
you
that
have
shit.
severe arthritis now.
Yeah, but yeah. Also, you have to click one of the thumbsticks in to do like first person mode, I think, or something crazy.
That I didn't remember having to do that. It was a nightmare to figure out when you're new to it. Like there was a good 20 minutes of me fumbling around like an idiot.
OG Metal Gear straight up feels like you're piloting a man while we're a mech.
Yes.
Oh man.
Even 4 felt like that, to be totally honest, like on the PS4.
Yeah.
PS3. Sorry.
I don't know like where other control schemes were at that point. Like,
right.
Like, but it felt like it should have been better even at that point.
Yeah.
For Metal Gear. Like, it was very, very strange.
I mean, I'm pretty sure RE4 came out before MGS3.
Yeah.
Less close though, like by weeks, I think.
Oh, right? No. RE4 came out like a couple months later. Came out in January 2005.
You do have a lot less verbs, with that. I mean, you're just a quick action button is showing up on screen where you tap X. There's no like pressure sensitive things, lots of different CQC things. But yeah,
that's a good point.
But for your question about like, did it need to be remade? Like, I do feel like this was kind of like the defibrillator to like bring Metal Gear back in a way, like, and everybody's talking about it again. And like, I think if we're going to have more of it, you had to start with something that people would maybe be on board for before we even get some other stuff. I think that, I really think that like the facial animations almost makes it worth it. I think that there's a lot of, I know that there's that a little bit of dissonance with like, okay, there's a lot of really goofy stuff. This is still a PS2 game with now these people look more realistic. But I think with enough time in the game, you suspend your disbelief with that stuff and you still kind of end up along for the ride when you kind of calibrate to the tone that Metal Gear Solid 3 has.
Yeah, Delta, I feel like tiptoes the uncanny valley a lot more than the PS2 version.
I got that just in watching the theater stuff. Like even in the couple of scenes, little bits in that are the same as they are in the game. Those felt really strange because how there was like this disconnect between what I was hearing and what I was seeing because I was so used to seeing the PS2.
I'm enjoying that you're like, I played Snake versus Monkeys and saw those secret theaters. I gotta say, Delta seems really
really cool so far, honestly.
like the graphics are good, but it is pretty silly compared to the original.
Yeah, it's I will say there are certain characters where like I'm just so like PS2 MGS3 is so fucking in my DNA at this point that like the boss still looks weird to me. Like Ava still looks a little weird to me. Like
I remember us talking about that when it was just we were watching the trailers and stuff. Yeah,
there's just like a lot of angularity that's not present in the PS2. Like the PS2, there's a lot more like rounded edges and like I will say this, man. Like Konami, which I recently found out, I will leave this person unnamed for now. I recently found out from a video game industry person in Japan that Konami used to be referred to as North Korea within the industry, which is fucking bananas.
I can't believe we're supporting this company. We don't care.
But I will say, looking back at their like Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, like that art direction, man, like the detail on those fucking models is nice fucking model. Really Hong Kong. Yeah. No, it's really good. I will say this. I'm a little blown away. Konami is definitely having a moment right now because I remember Silent Hill 2 Remake hit like 1 million units in like a week or whatever. MGS Delta hit 1 million units in like 2 days or something. I did not fucking know this. Silent Hill F hit 1 million fucking units in like a day. In a day. Whoa. It was like the highest selling Silent Hill in the series.
I think the greatest trick that Konami could honestly pull, Konami-chan's great jape really is somehow in the same year successfully reviving Silent Hill and Metal Gear
to like critical acclaim and like financial insanity. Yeah,
success,
it's nuts.
Yeah.
Now Silent Hill 2 was last year, right?
Silent Hill 2 was last year.
2 was last year, and then Silent Hill F was
like
this year.
very short period of time, like to just come out.
Well, Silent Hill 2, but then like it's already happening with Silent Hill because like Silent Hill 2 was last year, and then Silent Hill F, like we said, came out this year and came out with like a
Silent Hill remake. People are starting to say is like 2027 as well. So you're gonna have 3. I'm assuming at this point because Bloober killed it so hard with the 2 remake. You're gonna have 3 killer Silent Hills in like 4 years. That's crazy.
I think as long as we only give Bloober other people's properties to make, I think
the only time they're allowed to make a game.
I've heard because they made that is actually good though.
And then the guy was just, because the guy, the director of the game was just like,
he did say some stupid shit.
We wanted to put, we just wanted to put a female protagonist in there because it was cool, not because it was woke. It was like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
who asked?
Like, brother, you could have just said nothing.
Yeah.
And people would have just thrown their fucking flowers at you, but instead.
Yeah.
Now, was Delta in-house?
No, there were like 3 or 4 support studios that worked on it. But it was overseen in-house and produced in-house. Okay. But like the labor, I think, went to like 3 or 4 different developers.
Yeah. Interesting.
There's also a chance that we might get another, because Silent Hill Townfall is still a thing.
I hope.
Oh my god, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm not sure what that is going to be or when it's coming out.
I don't think anybody
on the horizon.
knows. It was Konami, Virtuous, and Konami Digital Entertainment. And then I think there was one other support studio. So 2 different Konami internals, and then Virtuous, whatever that company is.
Yeah. I agree. I do agree with Nick where it's just like, if your goal is to bring back Metal Gear and like go on an adventure with Metal Gear again, like, yeah, I think the coolest way and the best way to do it is to remake something that is extremely popular that can get eyes on it again and gather excitement again. And then you have the leeway to make like something new and people are not like immediately suspicious because you already had something.
Well, Silent Hill just did that because 2 is like the most acclaimed. And then I'm going to go ahead and say this. I was going to wait until next year because I thought we were going to cover it. At this point, I don't think we have the time to do it. But I said fuck it and bought Silent Hill F.
Oh shit!
I'm on playthrough number 4, and I literally started it last week. Like I love this fucking game, y'all.
Whoa!
It's like Silent Hill Nier, by the way. Every playthrough, it's like fucking crazy. It's very good though. Like I was very surprised. I was going into it and I was like, it might be a little different. And I did find literally only in environmental storytelling and in a single document, I found a tie to the town of Silent Hill, and it's nuts. And I was like, this is incredibly intelligent and very subtle.
That's amazing.
But it's really fucking good, I will say. I talked Liquid Metal Mike into buying it recently. I don't think we can cover it for the show without dedicating like an entire spooky season to it.
Yeah,
because you have to beat the game like 4 fucking times to get to the true ending.
But the fact that you've done it in a week, like
my playtime, I think my playtime is like 15 hours or something.
And I'm guessing the new game pluses go much faster when you kind of like.
Well, what's cool is if you tap the X button when you're in a cutscene, it'll say skip new cutscene if it's a new one, or skip cutscene if it's
what a quality.
I love that.
And there were 2 moments during the game where it was like, yo, do you want to skip ahead to this part? You're not going to miss anything. And you don't miss story things, but you do miss like picking up like items, right? But it's like, if you know your shit, like you don't really need, but
those 2 things tell me this game is going to be respectful of my time.
It's very good.
That's like the best thing you could have told me about that game.
Yeah,
especially too with you saying that your time is 15 hours and you're on your 4th playthrough. Like that's very respectful.
I'm in. I remember. It's real good. I don't know anything about that game, and actually, the only trailer, Lily and I were having sushi in. It like the ad came on like the TV in the sushi place.
Oh, nice!
Very interesting. I was like, yes, I have to play this at some point. And then Cody was telling me that it has. I think it was Cody in the Discord. I think it was 4 or 5 endings, which is like I'm glad that they're
it's got 5.
Also keeping within like.
Yeah,
keeping up with like the
So it's got 4 actual, but the 5th is a UFO.
Well, you got to. That's
the part of the Shiba one, though.
There's no Shiba one, which fucking sucks.
There's no dog. There was no dog ending in one.
There's always Silent Hill that takes place
in Japan.
First Silent Hill that takes place in Japan. They don't have a Shiba.
Yeah, no Shiba in the game anywhere.
Yeah, at all.
There's no dog ending in 3 either, right?
No.
It's really just 2.
It's just 2.
But UFO endings are in all of them.
It'd be the perfect time to call back to it, though.
Yeah. Another quality of life thing. Once you beat the game, on the main menu, there's an entry that says endings, and it tells you exactly what to do to get each ending.
My god,
that's really nice.
Yeah, it's real good.
Good.
I will say, Lily, I think if you can play Alan Wake 2, The Lake House, you can easily play this game because it's creepy as fuck, but it's not like I'm so scared I can't take 5 steps like Toluca Prison, Silent Hill 2 remake level.
Okay.
Plus, once you've beaten it, it's like there's no gun combat; it's all melee. And once you get like in the groove, this is so weird to say. There are character builds, but like it's weird. It's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's very light, but it's like I don't know. Once you've played through it, the combat is so fucking good once it clicks. But anyway, sorry, that's my plug. Silent Hill F currently on sale. check it out. It's very good.
All this to say though, it's just like well, go ahead because you're going to say more about Silent Hill, I think.
No, I was just going to say it's something new that is actually very good, and I'm a little blown away. I was looking at the Metacritic. Silent Hill F has the only game that is better than Silent Hill F on Metacritic for the entire series is OG Silent Hill 2.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of shit talk about it, so I was kind of going into it feeling like it wasn't going to be all that good.
I heard people be like, well, the combat is samey and blah, 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 but it's just like, it doesn't.
Yeah. It's good. It's pretty crazy. All the religious stuff too. I don't know. It's very dense. But anyway, all that to say, between Silent Hill 2 Remake and Delta and Silent Hill F, even though they're outside studios working on these things, I think I am starting to trust Konami a little bit more when it comes to like oversight.
So what you're saying is North Korea good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I gotta move there. Yeah, because I mean that's the thing too. Is just like now I think like maybe their next thing is going to be Metal Gear 6 or whatever they decide to call it. But like I feel like the trouble with it is I don't think the next one is going to be called Metal Gear Solid 6.
Yeah, I mean it's like Silent Hill, right? Like F.
Yeah,
isn't I think a number.
Yeah, well,
I mean the F could stand for 5
in math.
That's true.
But like, I just don't think. But like, I think like calling it Metal Gear Solid 6 is just, I think, gonna hurt too many feelings, and I think they maybe know that. So it's probably gonna be called Metal Gear something or Metal Gear Solid something.
They need to just like Gaiden this shit because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, there's nothing left to continue with Metal Gear.
No interest in continuing with Solid. I don't know that there's anything left for Big Boss. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like all roads are closed. Like the series has effectively like filled in all the gaps except for like the one between 2 and 4, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think they do anything with MGS4 as far as getting that off? I mean, surely it'll be in volume 2 of the collector's edition or whatever, but do you think that they'll, I don't know, take a crack at remastering it or anything?
Yeah, rumor has it
there was an article about that literally that just came out that was just like the director of the series was just like, oh, time for news, Metal Gear news, yay. The director of the series was like, I mean, it's kind of tricky. Like, I don't know if that's something that we're going to be focused on or not. So,
oh, interesting. I feel like with the assets they've already made, it's like Peace Walker kind of feels like the right next step because it's like Jungle and Big Boss and.
Yeah, Peace Walker. I think the cadence might be based on what they did with Silent Hill is they've released Delta, now release new Metal Gear, whatever it winds up being, and then remake Peace Walker.
Peace Walker also makes a lot of sense as a sequel to Delta, like a direct sequel.
Yeah.
Chronologically. And the other thing about it too is I think that one has the most benefit with a graphics up and control upgrade, and
100%.
Not everybody played it because it was on the PSP, and then when it was remade in the HD collection, I don't know how much traction that got with new fans either. So
yeah, well, it's also not in the fucking Master Collection, which I was surprised by because they already had an HD version of it.
Yeah, it was weird, especially because like it had been combined with 2 and 3 previously. You know, to be left out did feel weird.
I feel like narratively, Peace Walker might be like one of my top 3, top 4 Metal Gear games.
Really fun.
Like, it's so good. Like, I mean, it was part of the reason why I like chomped at the bit for us to finally cover it when I finally played it, because I was like, people need to just like listen to this season as like a service, even if they're not going to play it. Because it's like Nick was saying, it is a direct continuation to 3. Like, it's very good.
I'm so excited to revisit it, and I haven't touched it in a long time. But the game itself, I felt like I experienced the story maybe once or twice, like early on, but so much time after was doing all of those like side quests and side missions that it almost like drowned out the story that I had experienced previously.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like you could sink hundreds of hours.
Of course.
Into that game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, Chad, it's got like a Monster Hunter mode essentially. Like you and 3 friends can like go hunt Metal Gears and collect parts to like make stuff.
No. You and 3 friends can go and collect and hunt flesh Metal Gears.
Oh yeah, there's literal Monster Hunter content. There's literal Monster Hunter content in the game.
Monster Hunter styled Metal Gears.
It's like dinosaur versions of the Metal Gear.
Man.
Well, there's an actual monster. What's the one that starts with an R? Like the
Rathalos.
There's a Rathalos.
Rathalos
as Solid Snake.
Yeah. And 3 copies of Solid Snake.
Yeah. I kept trying to do that fight on my own.
I'm sorry, Big Boss, not Solid Snake.
And it's
wow, how dare you?
Impossible.
Canceled.
Yeah. But no, that game's great. Plus, it'd be a fun way for them to incorporate like a little sprinkling of multiplayer, the way they did with Fox Hunt.
Yeah.
But
I think definitely because of the remake series is now Metal Gear Solid Delta subtitle.
No, is it? I thought Delta was just for 3 because it's like a triangle.
Maybe you could be right about that, but I think I don't know. I think maybe like a brand recognition thing, because what I feel like is going to happen is they're going to start the remake series is going to be remade in chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, Peace Walker would be next. So my thought was like, you're probably right with the Delta thing, but my thought that I had just to get it like out there was, we've got Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Delta Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Delta Shadow,
Metal Gear Solid Beta is what it'll be instead.
Apparently they will maybe do that, because the official line from Konami is they chose the symbol because it represents change or difference. They didn't say anything at all about it being
3.
Yeah.
And I think you'll change the color scheme like as it goes on. So like green, and then like Peace Walker will be like a yellow Delta, and then 2 will be, or like the 1 remake will be like red, and then blue, and then so on and so forth until
nice. Well, Lily was right on every assertion on the Death Stranding 2 season. So take that for what you will. Real quick, just because I don't want to camp out too much on this and then run out of time to cover everything else. Lily, do you want to read what James wrote about remakes?
Yes. Like I said, unfortunately, James could not be here due to the aforementioned personal things, but he did give a little comment to this prompt, and he said, but I believe it's a super successful remake, or it's a super successful remake in my eyes. It's a story I don't think I would have otherwise had the patience to experience if not for the modernized controls, because I so significantly missed the original release. Fake fan. I enjoyed that they included the multiplayer and maintained all of the secret theater stuff to preserve some more of the uniqueness the game has. It also gave me reassurances that the folks who created these with Kojima care deeply about the franchise, and it makes me hopeful we will get more remakes. Which I think echoes pretty much what we said. Not only faith to do more remakes, but I think like faith that they care enough about Metal Gear, and that there's enough people still there that worked on it and do still care about it, that new stuff will be at the very least thoughtfully created.
And I think
No, you're fine. Go for it.
I was gonna say, I think the secret theater stuff too, like shows that the humorous tone side of Metal Gear, they've got that, and I think that's that's important.
The 3 new ones are fucking hilarious.
And
one of them is the funniest one, I think.
Really
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna put on my Gamer Gator hat real quick and do my best capital G American impression. I really think that they should have a panel of fans who the developers have to report to during development in order to make sure that they're adhering to the legacy of Metal Gear Solid. I'm kidding. Absolutely not. I don't know. In my head, that's something that Tyler Washington would say.
Fuck. Well, actually, so I think this is probably a good a time as any to make this announcement. Oh, Archie. Sorry, I saw Archie.
Archie cameo. My dog just cameoed on his first ever mainline episode.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've been doing this podcast. We've been back for a while now. And just the unfortunate thing about it is that, like, occasionally I do have to miss a live broadcast of All Elite Wrestling on Wednesdays. And so I think that because of that, I'm going to have to retire from the podcast. And I think, generally speaking, I think we should probably just be safe and cancel it again.
Yeah.
So if that's okay with you, Alessio.
100%.
Wrap it up. Last episode right now.
Silent Hill, press F to pay your respects. I'm going to take this time to...
I've just been having a really sad evening over that. Really sick. That really sick takedown of...
you got fucked up.
Yeah, I really got beat up. That was... it was so... Tyler targeted me so bad that I feel like we might need to ban him for bullying a trans person.
That's true. It was not very ally-like. Yeah.
That was not ally behavior. That was really hateful and targeted.
Nice.
And it hurt me really bad, so...
Are you
$1 a month, Metal Gear Mondays on Patreon.
Yeah, we're now accepting ACLU donations.
Not the ACLU.
No. I'm going to read these 2. We received 2 letters from listeners. They're pretty short, so I'm just going to read these out real fast. So the first one comes from who I erroneously called Justin last time we discussed, but this is from Kyle. It's funny because he hasn't listened to the season, so he's not going to catch that.
He hasn't heard that yet.
Yeah. So Kyle says, I just want to say that I haven't bought Delta yet. Also, I haven't bought Death Stranding 2 yet. Also, I haven't finished Death Stranding 1 yet.
Amazing.
I just don't have the time these days. My schedule has changed a lot. I used to get home an hour or 2 before his wife each night, and now she is always home first, so there goes my TV time. But I'm super happy to have all these episodes to look forward to. Keep rocking, all of you, and I will be intently listening to all the other episodes. Hopefully you have a lot of younger fans with more free time. That one feels like backhanded.
Yeah, one thing I got to say about Kyle here. When we were at the...
Yeah, you've met him. Yeah.
Well, no, not really. Because when we did our panel, Kyle came up and there's the 4 of us on it. And Kyle came up and went to each person, got everyone's signature, including Chad's, who Chad has never... And then he Jeremy Perished me. Did not say a thing to me, did not come up to me at all.
Yeah.
Watched the whole panel with all 4 of us. What was going on that day?
Nick really got boomed really impolitely by 2
am I dead?
The same
night.
I
a ghost?
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Also, I'm not gonna lie.
We've said Casey's name on the podcast.
That's
before.
fair. Yeah. I mean, is there a more iconic trio than Kyle, Casey, and Sutterhome, though? You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
And a floss pick.
Yeah, and a floss pick. Quick, tag yourself.
Did you not
on
miss
the
the part
floss
where I flicked that floss pick?
I saw it.
I tried to
it's gonna be in the live episode whenever that drops.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was Casey that they pointed out that there was a floss pick on the floor or on the bottom of the stage, and then Kyle picked it up and put it on the
table,
the podium, the table that we were sitting at. And I said, I don't
first
want
thing,
this.
gross to pick it up. Second thing, gross to set it in front of somebody. Like
Nick's just mad because he didn't want your signature.
He didn't give me the floss pick. He didn't give me the floss pick.
We wanted you to sign the floss pick. Yeah. And so I flicked it and I tried to flick it at him and I accidentally hit Casey. And I'm very sorry about that.
Not an ally.
I will say this. I think
I'm not a girl's girl.
Gaslighting Jeremy Parrish into saying thank you to me for holding the door might be like my single greatest accomplishment.
Now, I did explain my theory. I think it's because he had activated there. It was after hours, so he had to use his hotel key to open the door. So I actually think I owed him the thank you because he opened the door for me by using.
Do you hear this man? Do you hear this man gaslighting himself and thinking he did something wrong?
Nick is gaslight girl boss gatekeeping himself.
I'm serious. I really.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you think that the Retronauts are like, fuck that Nick Freda guy? What an asshole! He didn't say thank you, and I
totally
opened the hotel door.
100%.
Wow.
They talked about it in the room later that night.
They did. It was. I went back to the YouTube, and I mentioned to the YouTube re-airings from PRGE.
Did you comment?
No, but they're like I will tell you, at least 10% of those Retronauts episodes, they're talking shit about me.
Yeah. Just go on the YouTube and just type in "free my N-word, Nick."
That's not true. None of that is. Yeah.
All right, let me read this next one.
Haven't you people ever heard of holding the hotel door? No.
Let me read this last one so we can move forward.
None of that's true.
All right, so we got another one from self-proclaimed Gray Fox. I remember that punch. Your old pal Gray Fox here. To avoid spoilers, I actually haven't listened to a single DS2 or Delta episode yet.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I'm truly wasting your time at this point in this sentence. I'm dreaming of the day I get to listen, though. Great meat and potatoes from Alessio and Lily, I'm sure, with a little Isaac garnish, I hope. Nope.
Oops. Wrong. Uh-oh.
Not for flavor, but for decoration. And if you do read this, then here's a message to my future self. Life changes from 2 years ago. Hudson River have helped you survive this December. Stay the course. Life is the reward. I like that. Just planting self-affirmations.
Little
time capsules.
Yeah, I like that.
That sounds like the type of person who would get Nick's autograph.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
A good person.
What if that's Casey?
What if it's just both Kyle?
Yeah. The duality of Kyle.
Dark Kyle and light Kyle.
How amazing would it
inside you there are two Kyles.
How amazing would it be if
the one you flick a floss pick at wins?
How amazing would it be if literally none of our old listeners have listened to any of the return content? It's like all newbies, which is cool. I mean, we've got some pretty good stats if it's all newbies. Yeah. All right, so moving on, we're going to talk about Easter eggs and secrets.
Yeah.
So we missed a few. One thing that came up was the Konami code. We talked about it, I think, last episode and said it did nothing. Actually, joke's on us. It does two things.
I want to be clear. Yeah. I brought it up and said, hey, I wonder if it does something. And you said, no, I don't think it does anything. And I said, Alessio, it's a Konami game.
That's true.
And you said, fair. So continue, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair.
With these revisions in mind.
So the Konami code does two things. One, if you put it in when the Konami logo is on screen, it will change during the opening. It will change the people in the opening credits to be the names of those who designed the graphics, which I think. And I think
that
was
cool. that was in the original too. I think that happened. I'm pretty sure.
And then the second one's just straight up crazy. During the Ends boss fight, if you put in the code, it will just tell you where he is.
That's also in the original.
I'm assuming on your map. Maybe
it's in the original. It's in the master collection at least.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Does he just show up on your map?
It's like a little red circle, wherever he is. Yeah.
If you pull the map up, it will show you the circled spots anytime, regardless of
where he's been,
or potential spots for the sniper to be, and it indicates in that circle.
That's crazy.
So you know what was one thing that I. Oh, good.
I was going to say, I know, probably the optimal way to do it. for getting through it quickly for Foxhound is to like do the shift your time method. But if you're trying to do it legit, that feels like a good way to like speed through that fight.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was new to Delta, because there's a list of the items, like the food items, like there's a whole list in the menu, so you can see which ones you have collected. Was like the Payne's Hornet Nest is this little Easter egg, and I thought that was new to Delta, and that's apparently in the original too.
Oh wow,
no shit, huh?
Yeah, and because there was no reward for collecting that, you also didn't have to do it to get the all food items achievement in the original. So, and yeah, that's just for those who don't know. It's if you take a hornet's nest or bee's nest, I guess, and you hold it when the Payne's bees swarm you, it turns into the Payne's hornet's nest, and it's a stamina item. It's a food item that will completely restore your health.
Oh wow!
Max it out regardless of where you're at.
That's crazy. Snake's like hornets in my mouth.
I can feel it in my belly.
That's crazy. Speaking of the Konami code, if you CQC Ava and interrogate her during the finale, she will give you the Konami code. Also, if you tranquilize her, which I discovered is a pro tip, you tranquilize her after you trank the guards, and then you can just drag her to the end of the section without having to like call her.
Whoa, that'd be so much better.
Yeah,
what a pain in the ass that is.
Yeah. But anyway, if you trank her, she will talk in her sleep. And she talks about the boss. She talks about Snake, but then she also talks about Fido. And then she makes like sexual innuendos and like moaning sounds. But then if you Kodak call her after, she tells you the story about her childhood dog, and it like recontextualizes all the like innuendo to be actually about the dog.
And Kojima said you will be ashamed of your words and deeds.
100%.
Because she's saying like that's the spot and stuff. Oh yeah, Fido, that's the spot.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last sort of Easter eggs that we didn't touch on, I have never ever known this. So if you kill Rykov after you get his outfit, which I assumed would just give you like a time paradox, but apparently not. If you kill Rykov and you have I Like MGS2 selected, he'll appear during the Sorrow boss fight, and he'll be running naked like Raiden from MGS2 through the river.
I hope he's doing cartwheels as well.
I don't think he is.
One
full on gooch.
Yeah. Have you done the like putting on the mask like during the fight with Volgan?
I think I saw a video of it. Does he just like pause for a second?
Like he freaks out and he's like Ivan, like, and he will like lock up. He freezes, and like you can get a whole bunch. You can get multiple shots in. And like I used it during my Foxhound run, and it came in pretty clutch.
That's crazy.
Along with like,
can you use it like multiple times for the fight, or is it?
He stalled out a couple of times for me, and I don't know if that was like a glitch.
Volgan's just really stupid.
Very, very dumb man. I think I went over that.
Yeah, I took it off
a couple episodes ago.
And then also like the.
Oh, Nick, I think when you hit your mic just then, it did something. Oh, there you go.
Better now. Yeah. And then that and like the glow cap mushroom trick like got me in that fight, where you throw that mushroom down and his electricity will go to the mushroom instead of you.
Oh, nice.
Which is super
I'm
cool.
learning all kinds of shit. Also, fun little Easter egg back to OG MGS1. If you take pictures of the boss ghosts during the Sorrow boss fight, you'll get ghost developer photos, which is pretty tight. I also did not know that.
I learned something that because I'm also trying to do a Foxhound run, and it's been pissing me off, so I'm taking a break. But I did not have to fight the pain because I discovered a glitch that was in the original that they like, I don't either with what they transferred over just left it in, or they did it on purpose or what. If you can, and it takes a couple of tries, it's not like the easiest thing in the world, but if you run up to the Pain's boss arena and you stand on the edge of the arena, and you run Snake to the point where the cutscene will start, but you pull up the camo menu when you get there, and then you change your camo like 30 to 40 times, it will like. I know. It's
for a second, I was like, "Oh, she just discovered this on her own." Nope.
No. I saw this during like a walkthrough thing. But if you do it like 30 to 40 times, and then what will happen is when you let go of the menu, it'll kind of stutter step snake forward into the water, and it just won't. It'll think the fight's over, and so you can just skip the pain. And so what they encourage you to do is like swim past the little podium just in case. But yeah, so you can just kind of like, and it takes like 2 minutes compared to
that's crazy
fighting him, because he's like the worst fucking part of Foxhound.
Dude, even fighting him on hard, I was like, nope, I'm gonna rock the difficulty back.
Yeah,
but anybody else have any other
Easter eggs into that?
Yeah, one of the things that's one of my favorites from the original, and it's in this one too, is of course you get the revolver from Ocelot at the end of the game, and then in New Game Plus, like there's like the controls are kind of tricky, but there's the way to like spin the revolver.
Yeah.
If you are in that fight with Ocelot and you go to the edge of the crevice and you start doing that, he'll come up and also he's like, this is awesome.
Hell yeah.
And he'll also come up to the edge, and you guys are both just like twirling the revolvers, and he's like, this is awesome. Just like
it's like all he's ever wanted.
It's
I'm
all
so
he's
erect right now.
That is so good. That is such a good Easter egg, and only possible.
That's phenomenal.
I think you had mentioned that there are 3 endings or 3 variations of like the revolver when you shoot. There's actually 4, and the other one is if you fire and miss, which I think Chad, did you do that? Did you do like the intentional shoot or miss, or did you not fire? Because I remember
I didn't fire at all.
You didn't fire.
I just didn't fire.
Well, there's one where if you like point away, like your cursor, and shoot and actually shoot the gun, a real bullet does fly, hit the wall, and there's a bullet hole.
Kills Eva.
No.
Everyone dies. The wig goes down.
Yeah, but like in that 4th version, the bullet is live for whatever reason, and it hits the wall. So I thought that was that's kind of interesting.
Wow.
I feel like every single secret theater, when we get to it, is just like if Alessio was writing any of the cutscenes and then just snickered to himself, like that is all of them are. Specifically the one where Ocelot jumps onto the wig and just rolls out the other side.
It's so good. It is
slapstick.
It is like they are making like the Naked Gun version.
That is what it feels like. Yeah.
The metal scene is fucking.
Oh, where he keeps getting stabbed in the bare chest.
Dude, yeah. We'll talk about it. That's one of the new ones. Like,
fucking.
The end of that is just like fucking chef's kiss.
Last Easter egg, and I can't remember if you guys mentioned this one, is when you're in the prison cell, and if you keep giving the food back to Johnny that he gives you, like you keep throwing the food back to him, he eventually will be like, hey, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Yeah,
like,
and you get the cutscene.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we all like our hypothesis after the last Delta episode is that Johnny is actually Adam, who was supposed to meet you.
I did.
No, Johnny is the real Eva.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Johnny is the real Eva. Yeah, not Adam. Yeah, you're right.
So a listener wrote that in, right?
Yeah.
No, it was like a Reddit thing that we saw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Very good.
I love that theory. That theory
it's really fun.
Yeah. All right. Snake versus monkey. Let's do it. I remember as a kid this being like the coolest, holy shit, I didn't know this was gonna be in here thing.
I was thrilled and delighted by this because the thing that they added to this was that there's a little secret Astrobot in every level. Yeah. Which I saw that and I was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Yeah,
synergy.
It's pretty sick.
Never has corporate synergy felt so strong.
But unfortunately, the Astrobot prevents that mode from ever appearing in an Xbox version.
Well, it was never going to appear in Xbox anyway because Ape Escape.
Yeah, because of the monkey.
Bomberman.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Yeah, they got Snake versus Bomberman.
Yeah. Also, I will say, I think this might be the only time in the entire series where they like jab at other stealth franchises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because
get Sam or Gabe to do it.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. So whenever you go to Snake versus Monkey, you can see from the little thumbnail that it's like literally Snake capturing the monkeys from Ape Escape, which I found out the other day. I don't think has had an entry in like 17 years.
Bring it back.
Crazy.
Nope.
But
it had a pretty bomb ass level in fucking Astrobot though.
Fantastic level. Yeah.
Ape Escape's awesome. I remember it was like the first time I played a DualShock game on the PlayStation. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway,
really quick before we I was going to ask this earlier and we got a little bit past it, but this is the perfect time to ask it again. What Metal Gear Solid was post analog stick, right? Like it was one of the ones that like used it like specifically was developed for the analog sticks. Okay.
Well, no, because I don't think is there anything you can play it digitally.
Solid, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm saying the Metal Gear Solid came out after the DualShock was a thing.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. But you said it was designed specifically for it. I don't think.
Can you play it with the D-pad? Can you like control Snake with the D-pad?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, so the back of the box does say analog controller compatible, so it definitely came out after the... Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But if you hit that pesky analog button that all the kids don't think does anything, you can put it in a D-pad mode. I will die on this hill. I do think MGS1, much like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, plays much better with a D-pad.
If you play Tony Hawk on an analog stick, you're a cop. You're police. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. 100%. 100. You are fucking Officer Dick.
Yeah.
I just love. I love. For some reason, saying you're a cop is not funny, but saying you're a police.
You are police.
You are police.
Yeah, I will say also playing Tony Hawk on a GameCube controller. No, like, how fucking dare you? Like,
absolutely not.
I've tried. I don't believe it's possible. But anyway, so just to set up the scene, you get a Kodak call from the moment that you hit go, and it's Colonel Campbell talking to Solid Snake. So even though they're using Big Boss's model,
this is canonical.
It's supposed to be Solid Snake. Yeah, and it's the only line Paul recorded for MGS3 or lines. But essentially, Colonel Campbell tells Snake, "Hey, Spike and Jimmy from Ape Escape are slacking. The professor from Ape Escape is a good friend of Otacon's, and they're calling.
It's the reason why he's able to make all these inventions, and we need you to do this."
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's canon, I think by the way.
My favorite thing about this is when Campbell brings up the fact that the request came directly from the professor. He goes, "The professor, Natalie's grandfather."
Yes, that is my favorite line.
So implicated lore here that they just do not explain.
There's a lot going on there.
This might be Snake's creepiest dialogue too, because at one point when they're like, "We need to send you on a rescue mission," he's like, "VIPs? Is it the president?" Like blah blah blah, and Campbell's like,
"I don't want to rescue any old men."
Yeah, and then Snake goes, "Is it any hot damsels?" And he just like keeps going on about the
think
damsels.
About it if it was a damsel in distress, then I'd make
it. Yeah. It's like,
I think my favorite part of that exchange though is that like he lists all these things, asks if it's like a hot damsel, and then the colonel goes, "No, it's apes." And then the pause, and then the what? The way that he says what?
Yes,
it fucking sends me every time.
It's so good.
Real quick, because the way that the MGS3 codec, of course, the way that it works, you can like filter through to get a couple different photos of the person you're talking to or some info. And I went to the end, and Roy Campbell is fucking 6'5".
Oh, I did not notice that.
Big bitch. That's crazy.
I I love that Roy Campbell is apparently 6'5", played by fucking Paul Eiding.
True, yeah.
Grandpa.
Who's like 5'2".
Yeah.
Can you do codec calls during the Ape Escape?
No,
just in the intro codec.
Yeah.
it's like the only story.
Yeah, I was
get.
expecting there to be one at the end, but there was not. But yeah, so Snake makes a joke. He's like, "Well, I was on vacation. Why couldn't you send Gabe, who's the main character from Siphon Filter, or Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell?" But yeah, I do want to cover those at some point. I've never played Siphon Filter, any of them, but I did play like the first 3 Splinter Cells, and I actually really enjoyed those ones. But yeah, so unfortunately it's pretty simple. It's just, hey, you've got 16, 14, 26, whatever, however many apes.
And an Astrobot.
And an Astrobot. And you're wearing banana camo, and you have the easy gun, and you just have to shoot them and collect them.
Gotcha.
That's the password to activate the teleportation.
I love the animations. Like
when he catches them,
like whenever he catches them, and they're just very silly and they vary from time to time.
Yeah, they're good.
Can we? I want real quick. I do want to go back to the codec call briefly because I need to ask if I'm missing a reference because Snake says, "Collecting apes. I'd rather be collecting pants," and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It sounds like it's a reference to like, and I think you should leave sketch or something like that.
I'd rather be palming the dip.
Madness.
Right in front of the China cabinet. Sorry, go on.
I'd rather get all the shit off me.
I think
so. That just means nothing. That doesn't actually.
Yeah,
I don't think
it.
Yeah, I can't think of a single. Maybe the original line in Japanese was panties, and they were like, "Whoa,
chill out."
Yeah. All right, Snake. Let's get liquid in here, please.
What I do love, it's pretty simple, and it always had been. It wasn't like anything like super complex. I think it's just meant to be for fun. But as you play through the game, you unlock like maps, and they're all like different, like important locations in the game, all the way up, literally through. Like the last level is the field where you fight the boss at the end of the game.
Yeah, which is fucking hilarious. That there's just monkeys like sitting on a log reading newspapers. Like,
emotional place in the entire game. Yeah.
They should have had one dancing on the grave of the boss,
hitting the gritty.
Yeah, when you do one in the graveyard.
For whatever reason, like in my memory, in the original, you fought a giant mech ape.
There is one.
There's an ape Shagahod
it's in the hangar.
2 of the levels.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't do anything or move at all.
Yeah.
Right? It just.
I was hoping that there would be a boss fight, like one boss fight. But yeah, let's just run through them really quickly, just kind of saying what they are. And the names I find funny. We have Escape from Hell, which is good. We've got Dragnet of the Apes, Dawn of the Apes. I love Ape Fear.
Ape Fear is incredible.
Yeah, that's very good.
Gone with the Apes.
Ape Fear is the first one where Ape Fear is the first one where you see the Shagahod.
Yeah. Return of the Living Apes, and then this one cracks me up because it's like, whoa, what?
I'm gonna have to do that one again too. But we talked over the one before that, which was Gone with the Apes, which is incredible.
Yeah,
and then you get Return to the Living Apes, and then the Apes of Wrath is the last one in the boss's arena.
Very good. Apes of Wrath is also very good.
Yeah, phenomenal. I'm just like, this is such a crazy pull. It's like, hey, remember this 1920s book or 1940s book about the fucking like Dust Bowl? Like, let's talk about that one. Yeah. So all you really get for doing this, by the way, it's very weird because they're purely cosmetic. Like, there's no gameplay benefits. You get a banana hat for clearing all the levels. No high scores are required, and then you get a gold banana hat for the Astrobots if you find them.
very disappointed that they didn't bring back the monkey mask, which was the reward in the original.
Oh, right.
And it was,
Yeah.
it's so funny. The Ape Escape mask, like in the cutscenes, I remember dying during, like, again, Ocelot boss fight, and they do like the split screen, like horizontally split, and it's like Ocelot's peering eyes before the showdown starts, and then the goofy ass monkey eyes, like the mask,
dead-eyed
like
mask.
dead-eyed, just it's so good and like very, very disappointing. But
It does crack me up. How
or
many
the
of
like him with the Patriot, like pointing it like towards the boss, like lying in the white flowers is just yeah, ridiculous.
It's so good. I do love that like half of the secret theater stuff is just what if we model swapped
Yes.
to make this silly.
Yeah, it's such a simple idea that works so well.
It's so good.
Here, I'll paste an image of what Nick's describing in the Discord for you guys really quickly, because
That's so
somebody
good.
did that exact screenshot that you just.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gonna hurt me.
those eyes, man.
Those dead eyes.
It's so good.
But yeah,
And
let's
then
talk about.
that smile, that damn
And
smile.
he's not even looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think that Snake underneath is just like, not even paying attention to what you have.
Dead
to
eyes.
His
like a
eyes
doll's
are
eye.
absolutely above where the eyes of the monkey should be.
Oh yeah, you're
Like,
right.
Oh yeah,
Snake's
you can see,
eyes
like, the
are
bag
not
sign on
lined
his
up with
eyes.
that fucking.
Calm down.
I gotta find that split screen shot somehow. I'll find that some point.
Nice. Well, so let's talk about Secret Theater.
Hell yeah.
We can go down the line, but I think it might also be fun to just like have folks maybe pick some of their standout ones. So Lily,
can I
did you
talk
have
about
any that you like?
The metal one, one of the new ones at metal.
Yeah, the metal
Where
is
like
very good.
where like Snake walks into the room at the end of the game where he's getting the medals, but he's shirtless and he's like wincing in pain as they pin medals to his chest.
Well, to me, it's the slow additions.
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
kept fucking killing.
And
me.
then he tries to leave and the president's there again, and then he pins another medal.
And then all the
animation
photographers
too in
swarm
the faces.
paramedic too is so funny. They're all just like
Yeah.
flashing the bulbs right in her face as she's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, that little
The
side story that's
animation-
going on.
The animation changes, like the way that they kind of like it, that mod, the room. Fuck, what was it called? Have y'all heard of the Room 40 mod that they did with the original one? Did we talk about that before?
I don't know.
The what?
The Room 40 mod.
I don't think so. I'm
Room
scared
40's
this is
nuts in
gonna.
your mouth.
Yeah,
I knew it. I knew it. I was literally about to say, I'm scared this is going to turn into a D's Nuts joke. Listeners, do you see what happens when I get these three chuckleheads on one episode together? This is why this is relegated strictly to the Patriot Club.
This is what the Patriot Club is like every single episode.
Yeah,
you want more of this.
if you love that, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't, I'm so sorry.
Metal Gear.
Alessio was so nervous.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was fucking
It's
coming.
his face. You just see his face.
The Room 40
Oh
mod?
my god. Everybody's nuts in your mouth. No, seriously, it reminds me of like the old school, like those Gary's mod animations, like with the way. That
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yes, like
shock
Machinima, old
faces
school
and stuff.
Machinima.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot about the
very
punchline at the end. So Snake comes back wearing his battle armor from like MGS5 or Peace Walker, and the president goes to give him a medal, and it just falls off. And then Snake like spikes the camera with a big dumb fucking smile. At first, I thought it was just going to be like a model swap where it's like, oh, shirtless Snake, and they're going to pin the badge, and he's not going to react. But when he winced in pain, I was like,
Yeah, like his face just kind of like, just like tweaking every time. It was
when
so-
you hear it too, you hear it go like, and you're like,
It's gross.
Then there's the part because he wakes up, and the first part is a dream, and he wakes up, and there's just like a leech on his breast, and he like
Yes,
makes it like a sexually satisfied noise. He's like, ah.
I love that they just like cut voice lines from other parts of the game on all of these.
the Granin
to, like,
one,
make
the
them-
Granin one is.
Oh,
fucking
Granin Rising
incredible.
is fucking hilarious.
That is by far the funniest one. I think my favorite moment is, I forget which two other characters are just having a conversation in like the entryway, and he's in the background just monologuing while he's beating the shit out of Sokolov.
Like the end where he's like on the Shagohod and like it's just like muffled, but it's just like, it doesn't need rockets.
Legs.
My favorite moment in the entire thing is whenever he like is talking, he's talking to Snake, and then out of nowhere he just like whip pans to the left, screams legs, and then shoots Sokolov in the leg.
Yes.
I love the part where a Snake is disguised as Rykov, and he grabs his dick, and then he says, "Put that thing away, you'll spoil my drink."
Okay, so just to
tell the boss, you call yourself an agent.
My favorite thing is the boss is leaving the room, and Ocelot tries to stop her, and she just beats the shit out of her son.
Yeah.
I guess just to set that one up. So this one caught me completely off guard. It's called Granin Rising, and they've just replaced Volgan's model with the dead barrel punch Granin.
Not even a live Granin, like deceased barreled, deceased.
Well, and they very clearly have picked and chose which animation like skeletons they're giving the characters.
Yes,
because like midway through, suddenly Granin's doing like boss stuff, like disarming people and shit. So it's not just like a straight 1-to-1. Let's swap the skin and add some joke lines. It was good.
Very good. Yeah, there are 3 new ones. That's one of them. The one that you get where Sokolov like basically does like shoots like a laser beam of energy.
Kamehameha,
at the helicopter at the beginning at the bridge, and then. Yeah, what was the third one?
The metal is
the metal. Yeah.
Metal's the best one of the 3, I think.
Metal's the best.
Oh, really? I'm a
Granin.
Granin one's good too.
Good.
So
I think I got a bigger laugh out of the metal one though. I think just like the physical comedy of it is just incredible to me.
It's like way more like absurd, I think.
The Sokolov one though is like, it's the scene where like you're escorting Sokolov to like take him out during Operation Virtuous Mission.
Yeah.
And you get to the bridge and it plays out the same, and then when they try to kidnap Sokolov, he like Kamehameha blasts the helicopter full of the Cobras. And they're all just like, so this is what true fear is. I have no regrets. I'm coming home, and like saying all their lines.
They all just die.
And then
they all say their names, of course.
Blows up, and they all say their names in rapid succession, and the boss is just like,
it's like a reference, like, or they got the idea from like Sokolov in the original is doing like these weird hand gestures when Snake is escorting. When Snake's escorting him out, it's so
he's like doing the like sort of judo like
Tai
nonsense.
Chi
It should also be noted that those 3 are the only secret theaters that are in the new engine. All the rest are
everything else.
Like upscaled from the original cutscenes. Also, one thing to note,
if they, like, I know there's probably like way too much effort, but I would have been very cool to see the old ones in the new.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
From a preservation standpoint, I'm glad we actually got like some decent upscaled ones. One thing to note, I don't know if we really talked about it all that much, is in order to get the secret theaters, you have to find guards in the game that have these film reels. Sometimes it'll be on their chest, sometimes on their backpack. There would be times where I would like get a dude because I'm like, I don't see it on him, and I'd like trank him, he'd hit the ground, and then I'd see the reel pop out, and I was like, God damn it, I'd have to like reload.
Yeah, if you've ever been playing Delta and you've like taken out a guard and you see like a thing go fly up his body, that's you ruining the secret theater.
Yeah. So you have to hold them up and then aim your gun at them, and then they'll say no, and like wiggle their butts, and you get the tape.
Kind of like the dog tags in 2. And like,
yeah.
Except you like can't bump them at all. Like you can't. Hold up only.
Which is, I mean, it's funny that it's like of the era. It's like a 16 mil reel, but it's also just like, they're a little sturdier than that, guys. Come on. Like,
Did you go through and watch all the the others, like the old ones?
Yeah. I figure we just go down the line. So the first old one is The Beginning is the End. This one's classic. I think this is the example that everybody cites.
Yeah, it's short and sweet. It's perfect.
Yeah. Nick,
like as a virtuous mission, he just like he like just goes, and when he like he gets his bag snagged on the tree, and when he pulls his parachute, he just goes flying off the edge of that cliff instead of like stopping right at the edge. And then it's
it's very good.
So good.
The one right after that is called Gotcha This Time, and it involves the C3. Nick, do you want to walk us through?
I'm trying to remember. I think he throws the butterfly C3 up and like catches it like he does in the game, and then slams it against like the fuel tank in the Shagohod hangar, and it explodes, right?
Yeah. And then it's just like game over. Yeah. I feel like these all would be endings in Yoko Taro version.
Oh, 1000%.
Oh yeah, it's been like ending like E or something. Or
yeah. This is a weird one. Get Down. This one is like such a weird one to me. So it's the scene where Ava pulls up and she's like, "Get down," and she does her whole like sideways shooting, killing all the guys. The people she's killing are like the Washington D.C. background extras for some reason.
Yes,
it's like Lyndon B. Johnson's cabinet. Yeah,
just dying. Yeah. And then when they're all gone, Eva takes off her helmet, and it's Sokolov wearing a wig, talking to himself and like flirting with himself.
It's and he's there for it. They're both there for it.
Yeah. It's weird. Chad, did you watch Payback?
I did watch Payback.
Payback is incredible.
So Payback it's John A. McCone, the honest to God director of the CIA from the early 60s. Like they modeled his face and everything. Big Boss, of course, doesn't shake his hand in the medal ceremony in the office. Based Big Boss, hell yeah.
Yeah. Which I swear to God is probably what fucking causes half of the bad shit that happens in this universe to happen is just that handshake.
See, I'd be like that sometimes. So he tracks him down. He tracks down Big Boss into the jungle. There's a scuffle. They do shake hands. They then frolic. And then they share a kiss, which is not based, Big Boss. And then we get a Metal Gear Stupid title card. And then for no reason, Rykov is crushed to death by the Shagohod.
Oh, but don't forget when they end up at the lily field at the end of the game too. Yeah. And that dance that they do that appears in one of the other secret theaters where they are basically holding hands and spinning around each other is so funny. And everybody's taking pictures in the background. This is maybe one of the best ones.
Yeah. I just love the idea that this like CIA director fucking rolled up just to like get revenge over that. And they show you like dramatic flashback in slow-mo of the handshake rejection.
And like the look on his face when he's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like his whole
he's incredulous.
I really wish that Snake would have rejected it again. Like I was just like, come on, dude.
Just once
like,
more.
Yeah. Lily, did you watch Cat-Like Behavior?
Oh my God.
Very good.
So it's a scene where Ocelot has Eva hostage in her helmet, like, and he's confronting Snake, and it's a scene where Snake is like, it gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever, that one. And he goes, "You've forgotten the most important thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me." And then Ocelot just like shoots Snake in the nards.
Bang.
And he goes, "I never let my prey escape." And then it zooms out and Eva's gone. And he's like, "Huh?" Holding his guns out. And then she escapes on the motorcycle like before. And he's like, bitch! Just like, yeah.
Just bitch like 7 times.
Yeah.
It sounds like he has Tourette's.
Crazy.
And then
it cuts to black.
Spasming at the end.
Yeah. It cuts to black and he's still saying bitch. Like,
crazy.
It's my favorite though, is just Snake's just bleeding out the whole time.
Yeah. It just like shoots him in the dick and just like.
The next one, the quick version, we already talked about. Ocelot's chasing the wig. The side door opens. He jumps in and then just fucking rolls out the other side.
Yes.
And just dies, essentially, or drowns. Nick, do you want to talk about The Joy?
I'm trying to remember The Joy. It is, she's on the bridge and or they're on the bridge, and the bees swarm her, and she gets Macaulay Culkin, my girl, and jumps. She goes over the side of the bridge, hits the water, explodes, and it just says the joy, just like when they
and then Snake salutes.
Yes.
So Vulcan
comes out of nowhere.
Vulcan, that's right.
Yeah, and just like right behind them.
What did he say? He was like, "What did she want?" And then Snake just like, Snake just fucking salutes.
Yeah,
so good. Chad, do you want to talk about Metal Gear?
This is actually
Chad's getting all the good ones. This is the best.
This is my favorite of the old ones, I think. So in this one, future Diaper Chief himself, Sigint, gets dropped into the jungle with Snake at the same time, and so you get these highlights of him kind of handling all of the big iconic moments while Snake is kind of lagging behind or like running to catch up.
Smurfs
falling on his ass.
Eating grin when he's introduced. Sigint underneath is so good.
He's flirting with Ava, like they're kissing. He basically cucks Snake directly on several occasions. Snake gets left behind when they take off in the wig and gets basically blown up. And then you see them basically about to make love in the cabin, and Snake once again bursts in. I think he's blind in one eye or something.
Yeah, he's like clearly been burned.
Yeah. And then you get the medal ceremony at the White House, and Sigint becomes Big Boss instead, which is of all the ones, I think this is the one that felt the most like a skit that you would see, like I Think You Should Leave, or like an SNL kind of like the pacing.
Yeah.
It was. I think this is so well written. This was killing me when I saw it.
It's super good. Yeah.
It goes on so long too. Like
it's a really long one.
And then it's and did you mention they do that dancing too?
They do the frolic, that's right.
Do the frolicking, like like they're holding hands and
after Snake passes out in the cabin. Yeah, they're like dancing on top of them almost.
It's so funny. I can't remember, what did Sigint do for the fight in the field? I don't think it showed that part. Because I think him and Ava ran to the plane or something.
It shows Snake after the boss is dead, and then he like turns and looks, and they've taken off, and he's like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
Well, then because then the MiGs come and drop the bomb.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The next one is called Die Hard, and this one's very funny. Like as soon as it starts, I'm like, I remember this one. The Shagohod is on the airstrip, and it's going, and like in the main game, it plows through the airplane or whatever. And this one, the Shagohod just fucking like bounces right off the plane and just falls into like 30 pieces. Fucking Vulcan gets like
it lands in one piece, but it just tumbles a bunch.
Yeah, no, it splits apart though. Like the main unit splits away. Yeah. But Vulcan gets shot out. He like rolls across the airstrip.
His posture is so funny when he's in the air.
So good.
Too.
It's such an anime flying.
It's like I don't even. You never see a character doing just that position in the game.
Yeah. And then he gets hit by a motorcycle
in the air,
as well.
And he lands. And did you talk about Ocelot hitting him?
I was literally about to say it. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. No, you go ahead. No, sorry, I just.
And then Ocelot just hits him with a motorcycle, and then he just flies even further, which is very funny. He's almost in like a. Trying to think of what is the guy's name for Final Fantasy 14? Hildebrand.
Hildebrand, yeah, it is a very Hildebrand. Yes,
very Hildebrand coded. Lily, do you want to take us through the ultimate weapon, which might be one of my favorites?
Fucking would.
This is a good one.
So it's the scene where it's after Snake gets thrown off the bridge and he's like bandaged himself up, and he's looking up at the boss in the helicopter, and the boss like does like the hand signal, and then it cuts to Snake and he's trying to like they're playing like rock paper scissors.
It's so good. Like just that premise alone was very good.
And it keeps cutting back and forth between the two of them, like playing and the boss winning, and then suddenly Snake wins with scissors.
No,
it's not scissors. It's all of them. It's paper, scissors, and rock all at once.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's right. Like he does his hand like so. It's impossible
to lose.
And it takes her into like another region.
This like Matrix dimension where she sees three snakes all making one symbol. She doesn't know like what to do. And then it like cuts to the dark place, and she's just like banished to the Shadow Realm.
It's playing MGS2 music too. It's playing the MGS2 music from whenever you're fighting the Rays. Yeah.
Yes.
And so when it cuts back to her on the helicopter, she's like, "It's over." She pulls the fucking nuke out.
Yeah, the Davy Crockett.
Point blank.
One of my favorite parts of this, it's like such an understated part, is that after it cuts back from like the Matrix in the dark place, this random like Spetsnaz soldier kind of saunters in. He's like, "You coward." Just,
yes.
Like, what are you, some kind of fucking asshole or something?
Yeah. Yes. In the he's in the helicopter watching.
He's on there with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, do you want to take yet another bad one? The Made in the USA one.
Oh yeah, that's just basically when he's getting excited about being given the gun. It's just turns out to be a lighter, and it's pretty lame. But
yeah, Ava smokes a cigar, like blows the smoke in his face.
Yeah,
I got to be honest.
Like
knowing Hideo Kojima, when she struts over to him and she says like, "I got one for you that's American made," I was like, is she going to like point to her vagina or something? Like, is that what the joke of this one's going to be?
God.
Gosh, the one Raiden one is pretty.
Yeah, I know. That's not crazy about that one.
Chad, do you want to talk about Basashi?
Yeah,
AKA
this is
horse sashimi is what it translates to.
I had no idea that's what that translated to. This is another one of my favorite ones. So it's Snake in the jungle, and he runs into the boss's horse, and he starts eyeing up the horse in a way that I did not care for. And then paramedic appears out of nowhere and accuses him of wanting to eat it, and he's just like, no.
His stomach does rumble for part of it
too. And during this, and as like she's accusing him of wanting to eat it and he's denying it, the boss is hiding behind a tree with like cartoon steam coming out of her ears, and then she runs off making train noises.
That's
like,
so good.
Choo choo. And then the Soviet forces just like surround them as they're arguing about it. And I think that he wanted to fuck the horse. I don't think he wanted to eat it at all. I'm a little suspicious.
When I saw this one, I thought I really want to see like the developer room meeting as they're like discussing
justifying this
out these things, and then like somebody just like, and then what if the boss is in the background and turns into a train? Steam's on.
Kojima's laughing and clapping like a monkey.
All right, counting these out, I see that if we keep the round robin thing going, Nick's going to end up with Metal Gear Raiden.
Hell yeah.
So, you are.
Yeah. No, because I'm doing close call, then you're doing He Still Got It.
I just did Basashi, yeah, so I think
it
doesn't work out that way.
So Nick gets it.
I guess. Okay, cool.
All right, so close call is pretty short. Volgan's about to rush Ava and Snake on the Shagohod during that last fight, and Snake jumps and doesn't quite make it, and gets sucked into the treads of the Shagohod, and then gets spit out with no shirt on while Ava screams while she's being chased. She's like, "Ah, Snake!" But yeah, that's pretty much that. Oh, Lily's got the perviest one.
Oh my God.
I love this one.
Fuck.
It's so fucking funny. So you get to that scene where the fear rolls the end out onto the dock, and you're watching that whole play out, and Volgan goes, "Go meet me at that scene." Really, he's like, "Meet me in my room." And as she's walking away, the end's like eyeball is open. He's like looking at her. And then it cuts to him, like it starts raining, and the boss is like, "Is that you, the sorrow?" And he's like crawling away, chasing after Eva. And it just cuts to like a bunch of scenes in the game, and he's just like perving on Eva during the scenes, like in the torture room, and Snake's getting his ass beat, and he's just like, and he's making like yummy sounds. It's very fucking weird. Anytime Ocelot threatens Eva, he's just like, he shoots him in the fucking head with a trank dart.
Point blank.
I do love that he's just defending Eva from everyone who might harm her.
And his eyes are always popping out.
Always
throughout the whole, like, yes.
So it gets to so it's just like cutting to these scenes where he's just like watching and like perving and defending and stuff like that. You get to the scene in the house where Snake and Eva are rollicking on the bear skin carpet. And he's just like, "Die." die. And he's just like very upset about this.
And he's inside the bearskin rug. He's inside
he
of
is
it.
the bearskin rug. And so
But
he's like,
still, like,
tiger. It's a tiger skin rug.
it is.
Oh, it is. You're right.
and it's like still like very thin, like it's like carpet thin.
Yeah, like his
head
body
is
isn't in there at
mouth.
all. And so he's like lining up a shot at the end where like, well, the end, yeah, it's fire. He's lining up a shot, and it's the scene where Eva is leaving, and he's like saying, die again. And then he like is surprised by Eva's motorcycle, and Eva hits him and he goes flying, kind of like Volgan did in the other one. And then he goes, I have no regrets. And then fucking
The end,
and
man.
blows up and dies. It's so good.
I still don't quite understand what his thought process was. I guess because she quote unquote cheated on him by sleeping with Snake.
Yeah, he's
but
going
why he
incel
was
mode.
just like, yeah.
Incel behavior, yeah.
All right, Nick, do you want to narrate the one that you actually personally wrote?
Nick was like, this is my favorite one.
Yep. We know this about Nick.
Do not put that on me. I did not. This one is definitely the one that has aged the most poorly. It's so it's
You would
called
know?
Snake Eraser, right? And it's it starts out with they show Snake in like it's like an actor's chair, and it says main character on the back, and Raiden is talking about how he heard that he is going to be in the next game, and he wants to try to stop him. And it starts this whole like almost like Terminator thing with Raiden, where he is like time traveling to these different scene locations to try
The premise is funny.
It's funny.
It's a very funny premise.
And it
it's
literally
a
is.
very funny
He's
premise.
doing the pose of
He's
Arnold
chasing.
from Terminator 1. Like he
Yeah.
does the
Yes.
lightning crackling around him and everything. It's actually
And-
kind of cool at first.
Yeah, and he's naked just like Arnold at when he gets to that when he jumps between the different scenes. So he starts out I can't remember where it begins. Is it like right at the beginning of the tree
Think
scene
so?
at the beginning? But anyways, along the way, it never goes in his favor. Like instead of Ocelot getting run over by Ava's bike, it's Raiden. Or then it gets real creepy when he ends up in the locked cell and the prison. And like Snake has already escaped, and they even give him like the Terminator vision there. Like it's like
Yeah.
Oh,
as he
yeah.
sees like Snake getting out, and but he's still locked in the cell. And then Volgan shows up, and it gets real rapey.
Yucky.
Real yucky.
It's real. Let's make fun of Raiden because everybody hates him.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. And then he warps again, and I think he ends. Yeah, it's the flower field with the boss fight, and she
Oh,
does.
hold on. Before that, though, he warps into the funniest fucking thing I think in all of it. I think it's this one where he warps into the barrel that Geronimo was in.
Yeah,
yes.
it's
I
weird,
love
though.
it.
It's actually out of order. They do
Oh,
the-
interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why they did it that way, but he goes to the boss flower field first.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
When he
You're
wakes
right.
up in that barrel, I fucking
It's so
died laughing.
It is great.
He was
Where
like,
am
"Where
I?"
am I?"
And and then of course like Volgan punches the shit out of it. But yeah, he ends up in the flower field, and he like comes out of the warp and starts like just like stumbling forward, and it's right when the boss has just unzipped her sneaking suit and is like showing like the snake scar, and he stops like inches from her chest, and then they do like a wide shot of her chest, and she just she slaps the shit out of him. And yeah, the barrel scene, and then
He gets run over by the Shagohod, I think, as well.
does he? Okay, I'm like actually gonna scrub through the video.
I do know at one
He's in the
point-
costume, right? Where Volgan is. He switches where Volgan, when Snake was wearing the mask in front of Volgan when he sneaks in, and Volgan originally beat the shit out of Snake, and eventually Snake gets his eye shot out. He's replaced there, and Raiden's getting his ass kicked again in place of Snake. So
I do like that they used footage from the original MGS3 reveal
Yeah.
From way back in the day, where it was like Raiden sitting on the director's chair or whatever, and then pulled the mask off, and it was Snake.
That's so good.
Yeah, I love that they pulled some of that stuff.
And then at the end, they're at like the Shagohod, like where they would fight, where the Shagohod fight takes place. And Snake says to him, "Are you all right?" And Snake hands him a revolver. And he says, "Be careful." Raiden aims the gun at them as they drive off, and he can't do it. He's ready to pull the trigger, but he can't shoot Snake. He puts his gun down. And yeah, I'm narrating as I'm watching because I don't remember how it ends. So
the ending is actually, it's too bad because the ending is really cool, and they kind of some of the other lame shit.
Yeah, all the soldiers and the Shagohod run him over. There's
just straight up everybody.
Yeah.
Well, then there's more, because then he's like, there's another way that I can do this. There's another way that I can make myself the main character. And he warps into Zanzibar Land from Metal Gear 2, and it's like the top down.
Oh, yeah.
Graphics. It's actually really sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
but unfortunately, it's kind of spoiled.
And he does end up in when Snake is getting in the metal scene, when he's shaking hands with the president, he's there clapping for Snake.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Was there one? So as I was looking these up, one came up about there being a porno mag one. Did Delta take that out of the that was in the original game that they've removed?
Oh,
I didn't watch it, but I saw someone mention that there's one where I think it might be Sokolov and Snake look at a porn together.
Oh, that sounds actually vaguely familiar. Let me find the list really quick from the original. Beginning is the end, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yep. There's one called I Read Them for the Articles that did not make it into this version.
Wow.
But they said the ride and rape scene, we're keeping that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Put him in the cell with...
So I'm just going to read the...
it's because he's a man. Wiki. And I would say that unironically.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm going to read this just verbatim for the wiki. It says, in reenacting Snake's first meeting with Sokolov, of course, the wiki just loaded 1,000 fucking ads in a second. And reenacting Snake's first meeting with Sokolov, Snake finds Sokolov trying to hide dirty magazines inside of an unlit fire stove. Oh, yes, where he's burning the papers.
Which is kind of fun. That's pretty fun.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Burning porno mags in there.
I think they should have kept that in.
Sensing something suspicious, Snake tranquilizes Sokolov and helps himself to his magazines. Sokolov then wakes up as the scene suddenly fades to black. When the scene comes back, Snake and Sokolov are both enjoying a magazine together. Shortly after, the door to the room closes and the ending for Snake Eater plays. The name for the film comes from the common excuse for reading pornographic magazines. It's called I Read Them for the Articles. Why did that get pulled?
That seems
so lame. Yeah.
I mean, they have the magazines in the game, in the current game too.
Yeah, that's very weird. I wonder why that got pulled. I guess they put the
actresses that are in the magazine.
I guess. Couldn't you just
100%
remap that?
No, because I think they would just do what they did with the because the other ones are pre-compressed cutscenes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
what it is.
But as somebody who works in post-production, you could hire somebody to just do a little magazine cover replacement probably pretty easily.
Yeah, and they tried to be they tried to be respectful of those actresses or models, where they let them send in their own images for this game. So they probably didn't want to include that old stuff of them.
Got it. Oh, did they really do that?
Yeah, they basically said, they reached out, the developers said, hey, we're updating the game with new visuals. Send us whatever you want, and we'll replace the magazines and the posters that you see in the game. And so, one of the models, it's a picture of her with her kids.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
That's kind of a cute idea.
Which is very wholesome. It's super wholesome.
Yeah.
And they basically they let them send whatever they wanted. And there is an older woman who's the same woman, but it's her, obviously, however many years later. 20 years or so. So
that's awesome.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm learning all kinds of Easter eggs.
Pretty cool.
All right, y'all. Well, let's get a move on and let's get into wrapping it up. We're going to cover Fox Hunt and then we're going to cover a little deleted scene from PRGE.
Our own theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's our own secret theater. So Nick, I think you and I are the only ones that have played Fox Hunt solo.
Yeah.
Lily, Chad, you guys only played that one night, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I've also noticed that James was like, I'm just going to play with you guys or not at all. And I'm like, this game's pretty fun. Like, I'm like keeping it installed just to like boot it up and play solo from time to time.
I've heard like the user base is like decreasing because there's not a lot of variety. And that makes me really sad because like I hope that the online version continues.
Yeah. I think PS5 is in better shape. I think Steam apparently is really rough. Like it's really hard to get matchmaking with anything.
That sucks.
My fear is...
Yeah. My fear is that what's inevitably going to happen is the only people that are sticking around are going to be like hardcore players.
Oh, yeah.
And then if anybody wants to just jump in to get an idea for it, they're just going to get fucked. So I will say this. I mean, and maybe I'll start doing it a little bit more frequently just because I do like playing around with it. But like for everybody who's in the Discord, I don't mind starting like a lobby and then just like putting the room code into Discord. And if anybody wants to hop in, we can play because I do think if you can get like a full server, it's pretty much just as, it's like just as fun as it would be to play with like randoms. And there's no voice chat in the game. So if anybody who's listening is like, well, I don't want to get in because I don't want to hear a bunch of people yelling at me or whatever, you don't hear it. It's just like sort of pre-canned lines,
which is even better,
which is hilarious. But yeah, Lily, do you want to talk about our evening together?
God, what a blast! First of all, I feel like we spent
in Krasnograd.
Yeah, I feel like we spent more time in the lobbies just being idiots than we did actually playing the game.
Definitely.
Wait, we should tell the Alex story, I think, because it pertains, and because I want to publicly shame him.
So, we had been talking. It's like, oh, it would be really cool if Alex could play with us. Alex is. This is going to be kind of like semi-related to the new announcement that we're going to be talking about on the live episode, but Alex is kind of getting more involved with like production stuff, and there's like, oh, he has it on, he has it. He has it on Steam, but he couldn't play with us, and the only reason why he couldn't play with us is because he did not have it on PS5. That's the only reason. And so we were just, it would be nice. Let's all, the five of us. So me, Alessio, Chad, Nick, James. And I think Chad was the one who, was it you that set this up, Chad? Like, let's buy him the gamer. So Chad was like, if y'all send me $14 a piece, we can buy him Delta. And so we all
because
send the
fucking,
money to
I blame
Chad.
PSN for part of this because PSN won't allow you to fucking send somebody a gift directly.
Yeah. Could have sidestepped this whole thing. Yeah.
So I think you're giving him far too much leeway here by blaming some of this on PSN. But regardless, so Chad sends Alex the money and puts
through PayPal with a note that says, "Yes, get Delta on PS5." God is my witness. It tells him directly in the comment.
So we are just like, okay, you ready to go? And he's just like, oh fuck, I bought it on Steam. And we're just like, dude, why? What do you mean why did you buy it on Steam?
You already told us how you beat it on Steam and that
you have a copy already somehow. And so all this, he goes, actually, well, I was like, can you return it? And he was just like, no, I've played like 5 hours. And so I go to look at his profile. I'm just like, he's played 70. It was like 25 minutes underneath. Yeah, like 90 minutes. He was below the threshold. And he was like, wait, really? And so we're all like side-eyeing each other like, is Alex trying to like scam us out of $70? Yes. What's happening?
100%.
And so he goes, oh, let me look into the process of doing this. And then he goes away for a second. He comes back. He goes, oh, fuck, I forgot. Forgot what? I bought it on a key site. Why did you buy it on a fucking key site?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I was trying to save some money so I could buy the DLC. My brother in Christ, what DLC?
It's cosmetic only.
He goes, the stuff from the pre-order. I said, dude, that is not only is that not helpful for the multiplayer and cosmetic only, it's just for single player. And he's like, oh, I fucked up. And I was like, yeah, dude, you totally fucked up.
And he probably saved like $6 on the key site. And it went down to like $30 like a week later.
A week later, yeah.
PS5 version of it too. We just wanted to play. Fox Hunted with our boy.
That was Alex. The most. I think that was the most like irritated I've been when seeing a chat in our Discord chat. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" Like, anyway, that's it. I'm no longer Alex. Talking about it. Yeah, love you, Alex. Nice. So yeah, let's talk about. So there's this. I guess we'll go over the sort of broad strokes really quickly. Is like there's sort of this lobby that is essentially just that little helipad base. And so you just hang out in there. There's guns that sort of infinitely spawn, ammo that sort of infinitely spawns. Yeah. And you can kind of get used to the mechanics. There are different items you can get.
Target range and some other things.
Yeah. You can kind of get like a brief tutorial. But it's just this sort of playground environment, and anybody who's in your private room can be in there with you. And I think outside of my room. And then so if you're in a squad of 2, you can queue up for general matches with anybody and everybody. But if you have more than 2 players, you're forced to like only play with your group. Because in the game, they squad everybody up into duos. There are currently only 2 game types. One that involves the Gakko, which is,
that's the,
King of the Hill.
Yeah. So essentially there's like, if it's a full server, I think it's like 12 people. No, 16 people per map, I think is what. Yeah, 16.
Depends on the map. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like the map.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. So like the one with the cabin that's out in like the, like kind of the woodsy area. Yeah. Is much smaller and maxes out at being like 8 people or 10 maybe. Like, so it just depends on the map.
Got it. But yeah, so depending on that, it at first they lay out like the same amount. I think it's like the same amount of ducks as there are players, and then it like halves it, and then it halves it, and then it halves it, and essentially the whole point. It's almost like Battle Royale ish, where instead of like one circle, you get like a bunch of small circles. Yeah. And you just have to hunker down in that little circle before the timer runs out. And that's pretty fun. I actually really like that a lot. And then the other one, the Karotan one,
it's kind of like a capture the flag almost.
Yeah, it's like, imagine there's like 8 flags in the field.
Yeah, it works the same way where like it has enough for everybody, and then slowly it removes them until there's only like one. And
or you could be a huge bastard and collect all of them.
You could do that, yeah.
I did that a couple times while I was altered. I was calling it
altered states,
and I just like pretended to. I just like kind of pretended that I wasn't playing the game, and then I collected like 3 of them. And they're just like, Lily, do you have? How many do you have? I'm just like 1.
Like that's what led to our slow-mo chase scene that lasted like 5 to 10 minutes.
I wound up like sticking it out. It was just me and Chad, so we were on opposite sides. And we were chasing each other, but you can't really sprint. And so it's just like a fucking... We realized after the fact that we were both overloaded with stuff. So we were moving extra slow.
I didn't realize that.
And so we were just like fucking... like chariots of fire running after each other, like firing very slow sniper shots at each other to kind of like do it. And we went back and forth for a while, but Chad ultimately did win that last one. Nice. But we had a couple of clutch... We all had a couple of clutch wins there.
Yeah,
for a couple of the games. There were some too where it's just like I remember just like hiding in the grass and trying to hold back like
the giggles.
The giggles because like Nick and Alessio were like twice, where Nick and Alessio, I was hiding somewhere with like a Karotan, and Nick and Alessio were like walking basically on top of me and like not seeing me in the grass with my camo. And so I was just like, and like trying not to laugh because I didn't want to let them know they were nearby.
And you have
well, and then like towards the end, you have the AT camo, and like you can use that, and it like cycles through like a couple of different ones that you choose from. You unlock more. You have like 3 by default. It's like the forest, the grass, and like a concrete or like a stone. And then you unlock more through like the box, like the prize box system that you can equip. But
and if you hold L1, you can pick them. You don't have to cycle through them.
Yeah. But it'll automatically choose like based on your. It's kind of like the Octo camo in MGS4. Like it chooses for you, so you're not having.
Oh really?
To, like, menu.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
know
it's situational.
Oh yeah, I was using the wheel every time. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. No, you just tap
it.
The
first tap is situational, and it's not perfect, and that's when you can kind of use the wheel to pick one. But the first tap is like tries its best to be situational.
And some of the camos have special abilities, and you can like unlock those as you play more.
But they would like be stomping all over me, and then when it comes time, like just get up and like book it and like run as fast as you can so they can't like get you, and like try and avoid being fired, and like rolling frantically to not get shot so you can like hold on to the canopy. It's very fun.
The ability to hide is I think what makes it unique and super fun.
Yeah.
And like there was one match where it was the Gakko type where you've got the big ring that you have to be in before the timer goes out, and you can. And like Chad had gone down, he could see what I was doing, and like I crawled into the very edge of the ring, and like they don't know that you're even there in the like on the hill in the King of the Hill game with them. Like sometimes if you're sneaky enough. So
Nick pulled that shit with us because I was like, why didn't Nick get got? Like, because you get like you get
here, and then you like hop up and run away.
The hiding part is super fun. Like, not gonna lie, it's like I get flashbacks to like Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow multiplayer, or even like OG MGO. Like, I don't know, it's super fun.
And you can scan for people, and it's all tied to your stamina system. So, like, you can eat you start with 2 bars of stamina instead of 4. You can eat rations to increase that, and the longer you hold the ping, the more likely it's going to find people, even if they're moving slowly or they're close.
But it also like alerts everybody that you're using it as well.
It does.
So it's kind of your general vicinity.
And the other thing is there's definitely trank weapons too. So if you've used a lot of stamina to like ping, and then you've got like none, and you get punched or tranked, like you're going to go unconscious probably, and then you're really vulnerable. So a lot of mechanics, and it's just very, very fun. And the maps are cool. Big map, like there's one is like the Shagohod base, and like there's actually like they've put a lot of time I think into the design of them.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Does the Naked Sense button, if someone is camouflaged, will it tell you if you hold it down long enough that they're there, or does that negate it?
I think it depends on how much they're moving and how close you are. And I think the longer you hold it, the more it's like it zones in, picks up on them.
Point of order. It is not called Naked Sense, is it?
It is. I swear to God it is. God, it's going to be so embarrassing if it isn't.
Hold on.
Dad just pulled Naked Sense from his fucking...
That sounds like some shit that they'd come up with.
1 second.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea. I didn't
like that at all.
I got my
Naked Sense.
My Naked Sense.
It just sounded very on brand. So I was like, oh, okay.
I got my Naked Sense.
Oh, no, not Naked.
So I do want to talk about, some data miners like a month ago released a bunch of shit they found in the code. I don't know if these are ever going to be like enabled, because like my fear is like Konami is seeing that like nobody's fucking playing, and they're just like, but this is what they unearthed. So there were new rules that they found. So capture the frog, which to be honest sounds a lot like Keroton's current game anyway.
Yeah.
But capture the frog, espionage, spirit control, stealth royale, time bomb, and pair capture. I really like the idea, like, not to crib from Splinter Cell, but like it would be fun if there was like a team that was all trank and stealth, and then another team that like didn't get the camo and had lethal. or something.
Oh, that's kind of
I think
cool.
like that's the trade-off. Yeah.
Yeah. They also unearthed that there are new skins, or at least skins in the code. There's skins for Volgin, The End, The Pain, and Johnny.
Johnny.
And then there are 2 different game configurations. So a 4-person 3-team, and then a 6-person 2-team.
Oh, it's like 6v6 and then like 4v4v4.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I agree. And then there was a map called Krasnogorji Mountaintop.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was just the
Like
one
the
map.
trenches
I mean,
and
who
stuff?
knows? There could be more, but like just one map. I think you would need, as for like Stealth Royale, you're going to need a pretty good sized map if that's what it sounds like. If it's like
I
a
feel
legit, like.
Yeah. I wonder if like Capture the Frog is just like a more traditional Capture the Flag where it's
I was
like
thinking that.
I think
Which would
so.
be cool.
somebody has the flag. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
And you have to bring it back to your side. Like,
Yeah.
and, like that would be a lot of fun.
Score,
Yeah. I think that pretty much covers it for Fox Hunt. I don't think there's like a ton left to say about it. I mean, if you like OG
the voice lines, I guess.
the voice lines are, yeah, we should talk about like the sort of loot box stuff. Yeah. So there's no like pay monetization stuff, but there's kind of like a level up system. So like as you play, depending on your performance, and even if you're in private rooms, I was actually very surprised that it still did this, but if you're in a private room, you can still earn experience, and you use the experience to level up. And when you level up, you get these Fox coins, and then you can redeem 100 of them for like a loot box. And then in it, you can get either skins, camos, or voice lines. And the skins and the camos can also have stat boosts associated with them. So like some camos, when you're wearing them, will like allow you to break open supply boxes faster. Some camos, while you're wearing them, will like allow you to like replenish stamina by like laying prone or whatever. And then some of the skins give you like additional health, additional stamina, stuff like that. Yeah, and these motherfuckers are pulling skins like crazy. I got like 3 skins, and these motherfuckers are like, look, I'm Ocelot. I'm the CIA director. I'm Mr. And I'm like, bro, all I have is like a random guard from the fucking base, and then like the Sorrow. Like,
I'm interested to see if they do add Volgin in. Is it going to be like an Odd Job and Jaws situation where you have like a bigger hitbox? Because I did notice, like, I remember we noticed that. I think one of us had the skin for the Fear, and he was like definitely taller than everybody else, like a little taller. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty fun stuff. The voice lines are fucking hilarious. They span everything from the usual.
Are you okay?
Like, take cover to like there's some that are just like, I have faith in you. Just I don't know, we were just like screaming positive affirmations at each other for a minute.
My only thing is that if you're not going to have any kind of voice chat and you're going to restrict it to voice clips, if you're going to do unlockable ones, you got to have them only be silly. Like you can't lock useful voice clips behind like level 10. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But they're very funny. There's some really funny ones.
And one of the fun things,
I think my favorite thing about
it.
I was going to say my favorite thing about it really quickly is also that like you can kind of like modulate your character's voice.
Oh,
like
fuck
a higher
yeah.
pitch or a lower pitch.
Oh, those are
and it's incredibly fucking funny. It doesn't matter what skin you're wearing. You could be Big Boss, you could be Paramedic. It will always be the voice that you've chosen. So like Paramedic will have like, a voice like this and just like booming
You're
out
pretty good.
Yeah.
Taking
It's
fire.
So stupid.
The other thing that's kind of cool is like, I know in the single player game, obviously it's always like this when you're offline, but when you're in pairs, or if you go down, your buddy can still win the whole match. So you can, and you just watch.
That happened to us a lot.
Yes, but you can be constantly sending those affirmations to them from beyond the grave, which is very cool.
So good.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of crazy because like in a game like Counter-Strike or something where your whole team can die and you're just like the last person standing, they can't, like they're like, obviously if you're playing on fucking voice chat or something, they can do it. But like there are no real ways to like, at least with the in-game voice chat, for the team to be able to tell the living team member like what's going on.
Sure.
But since they can hear the affirmations, when I was playing solo, there would be times where I would say like, watch out, it's a trap or something. And they would literally stop walking and be like, thank you. And then like run in the other direction.
Oh, cool.
So there is some fun
You're
stuff.
the sorrow in that scenario.
It was fun every time they would kill somebody. I'd just be like, I have faith in you. You're doing great. And they'd just be like, thank you. Like, I don't know what it's just like shit like that. And then like when playing Final Fantasy 14, if people are like, you did great. It's just like my fucking millennial pat me on the head, tell me I'm a good boy flares up, and I'm just
all
like,
the GGs after a duty are always great. That's
all the fucking player commendations. Like as soon as I hit like 10 of them, you're like, thank God. But yeah, no, it's super fun. If you like shit, like if you grew up and you liked stuff like SOCOM, or any of just like the sort of weirdo early PS2 like third person shooter kind of stuff. Also the Splinter Cell multiplayer. This is very much in that vein, but with like a little, I don't know, they really restrained themselves. I know it's because they probably didn't want to spend a ton of money on it. But I thought it was actually really clever for them to be like, oh, here's a slight sort of progression system, but nothing that's like super over the top and like kind of broken.
We probably
I really do hope they add more modes and like more stuff. That'd be really cool. And crossplay.
I would say we probably spent an hour in the lobby just doing emotes and gestures and getting our characters to do synchronized dancing and
you'll see in the thumbnail of this episode us doing cubes for our boys.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, great.
That's very good.
Great choice.
Like just like dancing and like making shapes, and like we spent a good 10 or so minutes like just all constantly launching like fucking nukes, like fucking bomb drops.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Missile drops at us and like seeing how much we can get blown up. I think there was one, like I said, I was a little altered at this point, and so there was a moment where Chad was just like crawling on the ground and I kept like stabbing his butt and just like cry laughing while Nick and Alessia were trying to have like an adult conversation.
Slow motion across the entire lobby. Yeah, for like a good 3 minutes.
Just moving really slowly for like 30 minutes.
We tried to sync up doing the "you pretty good" thing, but then I think was it you that just like fell off into the camera that Nick had set up?
Like leaped off the thing. Yeah,
we definitely made our own modes in the lobby.
Yeah,
it's really good for making your own fun.
The crouching against.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Anybody who's got video recording, you guys should send it to me so I can cut it into the video episode.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun. Nice. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it on Fox Hunt. Like I said, super fun, especially if you can jump on with friends. I think what I might do, and this might be tipping the hand a little bit on what we were talking about for the $10 tier, but I think what I might do is set up remote play on my computer again, so that not only can we do like a group thing, but I also might just like stream it on Discord.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be great.
So that could be fun. But yeah. So before we get into the deleted scenes from PRGE, I think we should probably, considering how shitty the internet's been and everything else, just do plugs and shit real quick and then do our deleted scenes. So we're going to do some deleted scenes that should have come up during the PRGE episode that we missed, that Nick reminded us of and we thought were funny enough.
But that are now made better because Nick and Chad are here.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our bonus and secrets. If you have any stories about Delta, you're not barred from writing in. Feel free to bring those in anyway. You can reach out to contact@metalgearmondays.com. It's been a weird back and forth, but we may have an interview with Sigint himself that we're scheduling. His agents are like super quick to get back to us and then suddenly not quick to get back to us. So we'll see how it shakes out. But yeah,
there he is.
Nick's holding up a picture. But yeah, Nick, where can people find you on the internet?
On the Discord, it's a great place to find me. And then I am Pork Chop Sandwiches on Blue Sky.
Nice. Chat.
I always forget that you're not like Because
a normal name.
Instagram handle on Blue Sky. It's very funny.
You can find me on Blue Sky or Bandcamp or Instagram, pretty much everywhere except Twitter/X under Kilometers Davis, and that's kilometers spelled the good old French Canadian way, which is METRES. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Lily.
Find me on the internet, linktree.com/Liliana Dawn will get you everywhere you need to go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Books, socials, other podcasts, a link to my Steam wish list if you're feeling generous.
Oh, damn.
A link to the GoFundMe that is still running for me and Chelsea just to get some up. I think we're going to be able to do it. I think we're in a good spot, but you never know. So some extra cushion could always be helpful. So if you are in the vibe, that would be helpful as well. So that's also on my link tree. So check it out.
Do you want us to buy you Delta on Steam for your birthday?
That'd be great. And then I can play with Alex.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be like
Great.
super helpful, actually.
Just solo. Nice. And you can find me at alessiosummerfield.com. It's got all the things. It's split up between audio and video at the top. I actually just uploaded the feature film version of Dev Diary Season 1 onto YouTube because James sent me a screenshot and it had been 9 years to the day. 2 days ago. And I was very blown away. So I went ahead and did that. So if you would rather watch like a kind of shorter version of the 6-part documentary series on the development of Crashlands, which won Best Mobile Game in Time magazine in 2017, you can check that out. I also have a bunch of other stuff on there. Are You All Right is still fucking going strong.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Almost 8,500 views. People are commenting like every other day. So come help me keep that momentum going. YouTube.com/@Alessio made that. Yeah. Starting to get a bunch of people in here that are like, this feels like me. I'm bipolar. And then I'm like, funny enough, this same year this movie came out, I was also diagnosed as bipolar. So hooray. But yeah, check that stuff out. That's fun. And yeah, let's talk about PRGE. Nick, do you want to prep this first elevator story? No, you tell us. Let's do the bleeding. Let's do the bleeding.
Bleeding is a shorter story, and I think it's funny, but less funny than the elevator story. So
yeah.
So I think it was the first like evening where all of us were together. Was James there? Or was James like? Was that like? No, that was
James
Thursday
was
when
not
you two
there yet.
arrived. James.
Yeah,
was
James.
asleep.
He went to his room because he wasn't feeling great.
Mm-hmm. So it was me, Alessio, Alex, Nick, and Chad just kind of like hanging out in me and Alessio's hotel room. And Nick, Alex, and me had been hanging out up there waiting while we were waiting for Chad and Alessio to show up. And we were just all hanging around. We were just like doing bits. And this is when we discovered that that BBC America's logo fucking sucks, by the way. Because Terminator 2 was playing on the television. Oh, Terminator 1 was playing on the television.
Terminator 1.
Very strange that was on BBC America.
BBC America.
Like, you wouldn't think like, oh, that's what you play Terminator on.
Yeah. And we do talk about this in the live episode, but it's worth repeating that Nick pointed out, if you look at the BBC America logo, it's the BBC logo, and then the box this is America split in half, but it's AMER line break RICA, so it's America instead.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so we're watching Terminator and just like goofing around doing bits, and Nick starts doing this bit. And I don't even remember what the joke was at this point. I think it was like beating up Chad or something like that for some reason.
He was threatening me, yeah.
Yeah, he was threatening Chad. And he starts like punching his hand like, oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to beat you up. And he has his wedding ring on. He punches his right hand so hard that it starts bleeding. He gets blood,
but no one notices.
all over the foot,
including me for a while.
Yeah.
You had no idea,
Yeah. Nobody had any clue for a second, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck's going on?" He got blood all over the foot of my bed on my comforter, and then he thought he had it under control, And we were doing this like trend because TikTok has this thing where if you take a picture of somebody, it will like pick a sound. And we were doing that and it was very funny. We were just having a laugh with that. And so Alessio had taken his shoes and socks off and he had his like feet propped up on his bed. And so Nick was like, ooh, I want to do Alessio's, and like rushed to get my phone so he could take a video or a picture of Alessio from his soles of his feet. And in his rush to take this picture, he also gets blood all over the foot of Alessio. So the entire weekend we were just kind of like sleeping under comforters, like avoiding Nick's blood.
Nick's blood.
I felt so bad.
That was Jeremy Parrish was karma for that. I think.
It could have been.
He knew.
Yeah, he probably saw like the blood dripping down the door that I was holding for him, and he's just like, I gotta get
this guy's fucked.
This guy
out of here. It's a serial killer.
So I left a part of me in that hotel room.
A lot, actually.
You're gonna come up. Somebody's gonna get killed in that room, and they're gonna do a DNA sweep. And they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All right. This next one is fucking.
And unfortunately,
glorious.
Alex missed this.
Much like Fox.
I can't believe that.
If Alex was in the elevator for this, it would have been very different.
Over. Yeah. Because he had gone back to his hotel to drop some stuff off because we were coming back from the convention.
So we were getting, this was probably like the second day.
It was after everything. Like Allie had come back and we were all just kind of like hanging out.
There's some hotel lore that's required to back the context up though. So on the second floor of the hotel, there was another like conference happening.
Yeah, and it was a disability. Like, Like it was the person that we're about to talk the fact
about,
that it was a disability convention is important for the story.
Yeah,
also.
correct. I was gonna say, so it involves somebody from that conference, actually two people entering the elevator, and so I'll hand it over to Nick.
Okay, yeah. So we get on the elevator, and we're riding up, and there is a blind man and a woman who is like, I'm still not clear. I don't know if we were clear if they actually knew each other or she was just helping.
Was just like being helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's trying to figure out like which floor to go to. And she asks the guy and she's like 9, 11. And at this point, when that is said,
oh my God, dude!
The whole elevator, there was like a palpable like inhale.
Chad is standing next to me. I turn and look at him with what I would say is probably like the face like Austin Powers makes, he
looked at me because Chad like had averted his gaze to
Chad did that after.
Yeah, that was the reason why
Chad was about to explode.
Chad's like, and then the lady during this moment, she says, "I just said 9/11," and then Chad. Like at this point, if he wasn't already turning his face towards the elevator, I mean, it looks like he's trying to like his head is like just wedged against the wall.
He's trying to bury his head and like shave the inside of his brain against.
And Lily is slapping me on the shoulder as all this is happening. You're also losing it.
Clutching. I'm like grabbing his shirt and like slapping him on the shoulder. This whole like silently like banging the shoulder.
I'm just like side eyeing Nick the whole time. I'm like, what's happening?
Chad is shaking. Like and then I say, I'll never forget that first panel, and so you
forgot about the guy. You forgot about the guy's reaction. She said, She said, I said 9/11, and then the guy who she was with, he just under his breath goes, "They'll never take it from us."
Oh yes,
he said,
that's what killed me. Like
that's fine.
They'll never take this from us. Not sure what that means.
Not at all.
You're allowed to say it.
And then, and I turn. I say, I'll never forget. I say to Chad and Lily, I'll never forget that first panel.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
dude,
James I had one in the fucking chamber.
James Reichmuth. This is fucking
James fucking swooped it.
Yes. And then then James says that second panel hit really hard. So the elevator gets up to there was one other guy on the elevator.
Just some guy, dude.
Just along for the ride, just a spectator in all of this, finding no humor in the situation like we are.
Hey, you don't know that. He might have been like biting until he's bleeding his bottom lip.
Yeah,
he thought we were normal. Yeah.
Yes, the blind gentleman and that woman get off, and then we go up to the next floor. And like everybody is like at this point, it's one of those situations too where it's like when you can't laugh out loud, it's like
way funnier.
So much worse. It's like we were all there in school.
It was like silent library type shit.
It was like to an extreme. The elevator doors open. I go out first and round the corner and just let out this.
Yeah, and then we all just
laugh.
The other guy is still on the elevator. We don't.
Yes, I knew.
The doors are not.
I probably fucked you guys. You probably started laughing at that point.
Yeah,
we
absolutely did. Like the entire procession of people started laughing, and we determined that even if the elevator doors had closed, it wouldn't have mattered. Because you can hear the raucous behavior. Because we were Alessio had gone to, I think, print something, and he was like he was in the elevator, and he tells us when he comes back, he's like, I just heard like this. I heard these like really, it was like people were like applauding really loud. And,
yeah, that was a different story. That was a different situation.
Yeah, right? Because we were in the hotel room. We were going back to the convention center. Yeah. And Alessio, he goes to print something for one of the panels, and then we're just like, we got like I'm like coordinating a prank on Nick because Nick is in the bathroom peeing.
Yeah.
And we've been like making fun of Nick's like strong stream all weekend at this point. So I'm like coordinating like silently, like we need to stand behind the sink and start clapping when he comes out. And so we do that, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and he starts like washing his hands and like being like really like and just like playing into it. Alessio heard that from the elevator going down to print the documents.
Yeah. Like as the elevator doors were closing, I could hear it in the elevator.
Yeah,
this is a day after we recorded the Rule 34 podcast.
Yes.
And it was in this moment that we realized this half of this floor probably heard us talking about
the entire episode.
Rule 34, porn, Alex's crazy ass story about his not stepbrother. $10 or $5 patron. Hear that story. And I think the 9/11 thing really set us off too, because we had done very recently that 9/11
the 9/11 Patriot
Club episode too, and so it felt like intelligent design, living in a simulation. Like this moment was like presented to us specifically as a.
I need you to imagine, like for you, the three of you, and anybody who has the $10 tier, you are seeing what I saw as I hear the 9/11 comment, and I'm trying to fucking hold it together. This is what I have to deal with from Nick. I fucking lost my mind.
Making the goofiest faces, and so so he's like.
I'm gonna say it was.
It was very Austin Powers for sure.
He was just like.
Yeah, I remember it being like.
Exactly.
It was very close to that. So in the Discord, $1 a month at Patreon, we have an emoji called Nick Pog, and it was very close to the Nick Pog face.
Yes,
it was very, very close to that face.
And I looked dead at Chad. And also, like, keep in mind, too, things are also, like, it's much harder to contain when somebody is, like, this far.
We're like,
everyone's very intimate distance.
I think, and this is going to be a little bit of a dunk on Nick, but I think that I thought you were looking at me because you're very short and Chad is very tall.
Yes.
And so you looking up at Chad kind of, like, comes at my eye line, and so that's why I thought you were looking at me.
Yeah.
What a great experience!
If I was taking, comments about my height as a dunk at this point in my life,
That's true. It's less about the height and more about your age now, because
and also relative to Chad's colossal gargantuan stature.
Me and Roy Campbell are right up there.
Yeah.
If Chad and Roy stand next to each other, we can reenact 9/11 with Nick on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't understand why Chad, the largest friend, doesn't simply eat the other friends.
I'm a vegetarian.
And become even bigger friend.
That's true.
Vegetarian is for your protection, not mine.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Oh my! Wait! What did I say? When we were talking about, like, because Chelsea, there's a steakhouse in Portland called Sailors, and it's a little bit off the beaten path from where we
right
where we were, and Chelsea texted me, my wife. She goes, we were just talking about like what we were doing. I said, we're grabbing a sandwich at the hotel because we have an early interview. This was on Sunday. And then one more panel at noon. By 1 p.m. we're free for the day. And then she goes, then it's time to party in Portland. Is there anything you guys will do after, or just chill and grab food? Because we're probably going to explore a bit. James and Nick had to leave early, unfortunately, so we have a smaller party now. Chad wants to go to Powell's Books, Powell in the airport. But otherwise, we don't really have a plan. We never wound up going to Powell's Books, by the way, as a large group.
Yeah.
Did you go see the hentai section?
We sure did. It's Alex and I. Of course, we fucking sped walked to the hentai section.
And Chelsea goes, do you want to eat at that steakhouse restaurant, Sailors or whatever the fuck? I said it's kind of off the beaten path for where we're at, so probably not. Chad's vegetarian also. And then Chelsea goes, tell Chad to grow up. And then I send that screenshot to our big group chat, and Chad in the group chat goes, tell Chelsea I'm going to punch my own hand and bleed menacingly in her direction. And then I send that to Chelsea, and she responds, not very vegetarian of him.
So good.
Oh my God.
Also, I'm pescatarian. Not correct. Just call me a vegetarian. Wow.
Okay. Right. I'm just gonna. I need it.
You really have to point out that he devours fish. We have to let all the fish know Chad's coming for your ass.
Fuck them. I don't give a goddamn about a fish.
I'm gonna preface this by saying, I love my wife so much. I used vegetarian because I wasn't entirely sure she knew what pescatarian meant. And it was easier to just say vegetarian since we were going to a steakhouse, so as to not have to explain what pescatarian was to my wife.
You know what?
Again, I love her so much. She has some knowledge gaps from her childhood. So
nice.
Oops.
Maybe she'll listen to that. If she's like my wife, she never will.
My wife.
My wife. Nice.
Nick's locked up. Nick is frozen.
Well, let's wrap this fucker up. Nice. Would you say that in that elevator we were trapped in a glass case of emotion, or would you compare it more akin to a box of terror? Anybody? Fuck it. I'm just going to play this sound effect.
Just a box.